Hello and welcome back to Assad's Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video. Guys, champions again. Ole, ole. Champions again. Ole, ole. Champions again. Champions again. Champions again. Ole, ole. We're here for the champion stream, the celebration stream, Arsenal only. If you ain't a league title, if you ain't a league champion, you can't chat to us. Yeah, the link will be going in the chat pretty soon to get everybody in. But listen, man, we are here. Do you know what I mean? The stream got cut off short yesterday because certain frauds decided to leave and just out the whole chat.
Out of excitement.
My bad, guys. Because I was using my phone, right?
I did the
so
exact
I needed
same
to
thing.
click leave. Yeah, I was supposed to click leave stream, but there's only one red option that was showing up for me. I
Close stream, you know.
I
just
didn't
end
know
the
it
stream,
ended
you
the
know.
whole stream. He texted later and said, Ash, you ended the whole stream. I was like, what? Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
But nah, big up, guys, man. Big up. Listen, guys, before we start off, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We're here. Do you know what I mean? And everybody's going to be joining us, inshallah. And listen, man, it's going to be a mad one. This stream is going to go on for like 2-3 hours. Obviously, the boys are going to stay for as long as they can. But then obviously they'll have to get out of here.
Definitely can't be here for 3 hours.
But I'm going to be here for 3 hours, guys. So listen, man, everybody join in. Everybody get gassed. Do you know what I mean? We're here. The link is going into the chat. But lads, we are champions of England, inshallah. Do you know what I mean? There is a further place because we have to keep this. We have to relax for a second because there is still one battle to go. There is still one battle to go, an important battle, which, do you know what I mean? But we're gonna get into it. Do you know what I mean? But chat to me, lads, man. Chat to me. Let me know how you man are feeling. Yeah, let me know how you man are feeling. What's going on? Because this is where we sit down, we celebrate together, break bread. Do you know what I mean? Everybody relaxes and we can just celebrate and just take it all in. Do you know what I mean? Because the scenes have been insane, by the way.
Hey, go ahead, Sami. Go ahead,
Ash,
Sami. I was just talking.
go ahead, Ash. I had an hour almost, or an hour and something that I was celebrating.
Fair enough.
So
Hey, listen.
Go ahead, man.
Listen. This is a day that I think some of us didn't see coming ever, right? 22 years since we last won a league title. You know, big up Cali Gunner. Oh my god,
Big up
I can't
Cali,
put the
man.
glasses on anymore.
What up? What up?
Big up, my brother. Big up.
I can't see shit right now because these aren't prescriptions. So I'm gonna
Bro,
Mine was prescription. It was hurting my head. I haven't had it in like I worn it in a
talk
year.
about hurting head. Look, I know this is haram for you guys, but I drank pretty heavily last night, so my head is actually
Enjoy it.
throbbing right now.
Enjoy it, bro.
Enjoy
Pop
it.
up
Listen,
that
man.
champagne.
do your thing, broski. Do your thing, man.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
drink that
We
bottle,
ain't got
bro.
no qualms about
Drink
that,
that
man.
bottle. Blue
I
bottle
mean,
as well for Man City.
yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Do your thing.
No,
bro.
no ads.
But, bro, listen, man, it's mad. Everybody's cheesing, everybody's smiling. We don't really know what to say because it's just like it's still in disbelief. Like, by the way, nobody got sleep. I confirm with everybody. Not one Arsenal
slept 3
fan I know
hours.
got sleep yesterday, bro. Nobody, bro.
I went like a
Nobody,
zombie,
like, bro.
bro.
I'm like, bro, no sleep, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. It's mad. Spike's like, I'm still drinking, bro. Like, it's mad. You know what I mean? Like, still.
I can't be
now.
drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm just saying that right now. This is my
Bro,
time. I can't
mad.
do this.
It's madness. But what we saying, man? We're league champions, bro. We're league champions. Do you know what I mean? It's mad.
Ash, you were saying,
We are
man.
league champions. Nah, look, as I said, the bottler tag is gone. People, you know how they keep saying things like, you don't know what it takes to win, or your players haven't crossed the line. Well, we crossed the line now, bitch. Yeah, we got it over the line now, bitch. Mikel Arteta is a Premier League champion. Saka is a Premier League champion. Gabriel is a Premier League champion. David Raya, the best keeper in the world, is a Premier League champion. Yeah, Saliba is a
Madueke.
Premier League champion.
Sammy, you beat me
Madueke is
to it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
about to say, Ash,
Madueke.
Madueke's is
Yeah,
Premier
yeah,
League
yeah.
champion.
Madueke is a league champion.
Madueke
Kepa is a league champion.
Yeah. Premier
Martinelli.
League, yeah, Madueke, Havertz, and Kepa, Premier League champions. You guys are right. Yeah.
Havertz.
Zubimendi is a Premier League
Premier League
champion. Yeah. Can't chat to our guys anymore. You know the best part about this now? All the unreasonable conversations rivals were trying to have with us over the last few years, when we were trying to big up our players, rightly so, when we were trying to say, Saka is here, Gabriel is here, and this guy is here, and they were like, but they haven't won trophies, no? They haven't won trophies, which is the most ridiculous, childish argument. All that has gone down the drain. Because now, if I sit on my high horse and I say, David Raya is the best keeper in the world, you can't chat to me. I can say it. I can say it because not only has he made mental saves, he's the league champion who's won me games that won me the league.
And he's won
Right.
3 Golden Gloves back to
back Golden Gloves, deservedly so. What a team, what a season, right? City, the bottle jobs, right? Who were doing that.
Oh, that guy deserves all the karma he has coming
Go
to him.
cry, you bitch. Yeah, go cry. I don't give a shit if I'm insulting him. Go cry, you absolute bitch, because you and he's like, it's all banter. Well, this is banter. You a bitch. That's what it is, yeah? Yeah? You tried making it seem like we're the bottle jobs. You are the bottle job. Huh? It was in your hands. You bottled it. And you see the celebration that happened outside the Emirates Stadium. You see the 100,000 people waiting there, blocking the whole damn city. And this, you think City would ever be able to do that? You think that?
Ash, these are the only fans that are staying up late. I mean, we didn't. It wasn't.
And we didn't even play. We didn't even play
Exactly.
a football match, and we shut the city down. You know, every time people have been saying, like Arsenal fans have been saying,
Floods,
if we
bro.
win, yeah, the Arsenal fans, and I'll give credit. I don't know who said it, but I remember hearing it many times from different fans saying, if we win the league, you know, we're gonna shut the city down. Hooks, I remember said it before. We're gonna shut the city down. They shut the city down. They actually did it, and we didn't even play a single minute yesterday. You would think Arsenal just played a World Cup final and won the World Cup final. That is how big we
That
are.
would've been
We
very
are
difficult.
gargantuan. We are massive. Bro, I've had people who I haven't spoken to in 10, 15 years text me out of nowhere saying, yo, my man, how you doing? Big up, bro. Congrats, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, you're still alive. You're still alive. What? That's how big we are, bro. I wore an Arsenal jersey today to go to the office. The same jersey, you see, I've been wearing it the whole day. I wore this to the office today, and everyone seeing me is like, people I know, people I don't know, like, congrats. That's how big we are, right? That's how Al Jazeera News is posting about wars and things that are going on. Arsenal win the league, and Al Jazeera is posting Arsenal win the league. That's how big we are. Do you understand our stature? Do you understand? This is why rival fans didn't want us to win the league. You know what? Rival fans, I'll give you credit. I get it now. I get it. Because you know, if we win the league, you're done for. You know, one thing, I'm not good at this. I don't have the talent, right? I cannot go to Al Ahwa and cook other people. I'm not good at like cooking others, because for me, right, I have these logical debates and conversations, blah, blah, blah. But I beg you, all you fans who are good at sending these super chats, who are good at cooking others, right? The ones who go on Al Ahwa, the ones who will come on this stream. Saad obviously will be later on Al Ahwa. Do your thing, yeah. I'm saying this because I'm coining Igal's term, right? So I'm not stealing anything. This is what Igal said first, but I'm taking it and expanding it further. Igal said he has Epstein files on his rivals that he's going to be releasing. I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to ask you guys to go one step further. I need all you Arsenal fans in the comments watching, release the Epstein files on everyone. Any stream you go to, right?
Clips,
Garbage
receipts.
they were saying.
Receipts, yeah.
Put clips, send receipts, send links. Let's cook all these frauds whose only argument over the last 2-3 years is Arsenal win the league. Well, they cannot win the league. They're bottle jobs. How can they win the league? Bottle jobs. That was their only argument. There was no actual logical debate. There wasn't like, well, they're lacking a player here. Well, they're lacking this year. Or this team's a bit stronger in this. It was always, how could they win bottle jobs, yeah? And the last thing I will say before I let the others come in. Hamza, what is going to happen to you tonight in Al Ahwa, brother? You know
He's
what?
not gonna show.
I know people are saying that, he's going to try and hide. Hamza, honestly, as an advice to you, my brother, yeah, I think you shouldn't show up. Because I
will
think
tell
if you
you
show up
a
in Al
lion
Ahwa,
bit his leg or something.
I have a feeling, Hamza. Yeah,
The
I
Warriors
totally
got
go
him.
with that excuse. Go with that excuse. The Warriors kidnapped you, or the lion bit your
Shoot
leg,
him with a
whatever it is.
spear
Go
or
with that
something.
excuse. Because I'll tell you this, Hamza. Yeah, I'll tell you this, Hamza. This asana that you've been putting, that you've been putting out, Hamza, my brother. If you're watching this, what's gonna happen to you tonight in Al Ahwa? I'm gonna watch it tomorrow morning because it's late for me. I can't, and I'm so glad there's Al Ahwa tonight, because I'm probably gonna sleep again another 3-4 hours only. So at least I have Al Ahwa to wake up to and just give me that adrenaline rush. If I were you, Hamza, I think what's gonna happen to you, you're gonna cry. I would not be surprised if there's tears rolling down your eyes in tonight's stream. So if I were you, I would hide, because if Paz and Sad and all the Arsenal fans in the comments do not roast the living, you're already shish kebab, right? You're already a shish kebab melanin skin, my brother, like me. You're also fellow African, already burnt skin. If they don't roast you even more, yeah? If they don't make you charcoal, my brother, if they don't turn you extra crispy, yeah? Hamza is gonna get in charcoal and gonna come out extra crispy. That's what's gonna happen to Hamza today. Big up the Arsenal fans, and big up to the rivals who didn't do banter all year and then just want to shit on us. Big up to the Liverpool fans who weren't cucks trying to suck off Man City, who've been bending them over and slapping them for the last few years. Big up to the Liverpool fans who actually said, nah, Bun City, let Arsenal win the league. Big up to all the rivals who actually had the cojones to say, let's not stand behind that cheating institution. Let's go behind Arsenal for a change. Yeah, big up to all your rivals. And for the other ones that stood like cocks behind that institution, yeah, you have it. Whatever's going to happen to you this summer, you have it coming. You better hide. You better not wear any other jersey, because I'm walking in the street, yeah, and I see someone wearing a Chelsea jersey or a Liverpool jersey or a Spurs jersey. I don't care if I know you or not, yeah. I'm going to have a bottle with me everywhere I go, yeah? So that if I see someone wearing any rival jersey, yeah, I'm going to go in front of them and go like... I don't know, but I'll do it. I'm telling you, if I see you wearing a United jersey, a City jersey, a Chelsea jersey, Spurs are going to be in the championship hopefully next season, so that won't matter. Any jersey that's of a rival, yeah? I promise you, I will do my best. Ya Allah, please hold me to this. I'm going to do my best for the next 1 year. Everywhere I go, I should have a bottle with me in my hand. First of all, it'll keep me hydrated, alhamdulillah. But also, I need that opportunity, right? Because I wish I see someone wearing a rival jersey, yeah? And in front of them, I'll just go like, big up Arsenal!
Bro, big up to Marco.
Big up, Marco.
Brother, my champions. Good day. I'm in Cancun right now. The martini is flowing. Saad, I will overload the show with super chat when I'm back.
Marco's gonna go overboard.
Big up, bro. Bless. Enjoy your.
Listen, you don't need to overflow the thing with super chats. If you do super chat, big up. I appreciate it. But enjoy Cancun, mate. Yeah, enjoy Cancun.
Oh, yeah. It's a perfect spot to celebrate.
Bro, do you know what I mean? Back. You're in a perfect position to or place to celebrate. By the way, let me this is what you call a real. Look at that! Look at that!
State of that! Oh my goodness!
Allow me, Sad. This is the intro for me. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the ultimate goal for every football club, to feel that joyful moment. And these are the real fans. Look at that, middle of the night. They didn't even play in London. They didn't even play in London, yo. They were just sitting at home or in a cafe or in a bar or wherever, and they're watching the Bournemouth and City game and all of a sudden they bottled it against the cherry, and that's the cherry on the top. That is the cherry on the top, I'm telling you. Right? That every Arsenal fan should be celebrating, embracing it, and be happy about it. And Polemicist, I will answer your question later, but let me go on my joyful monologue here. Is congratulations to every single Arsenal fan who endured this pain. Me personally, I supported this club in 2000, 2001, and I waited, and I got bantered, and I got ridiculed, scrutiny across my whole childhood as a kid. And this is the moment I'll embrace, and I'll be insufferable, because the Arsenal fans are real fans. These are not plastic fans. These are not Kumar Raju that are thousands of followers. I don't know from where City got the followers in Instagram, man. These are genuine fans.
Big up all the Kumar Rajus. Big up all the Kumar Rajus.
No, what I'm saying, the office is where you buy followers, you know what I mean? Allegedly. But what I'm trying to say here, this is something that will be remembered. And you know what? This is the step where we can go further, because all of our contenders, Slots, Pep is out. Chelsea just got a new manager. United just got, Michael Carrick. We are the most stable football club right now. And I was against Arteta. And you know what? I'll hold my hand. I said, yo, man, you did it. You did it. And he's our gaff, like Sad wants to say. Big up to the gaff. And big up to the players. Saliba, Gabriel, and the Capitano, Declan Rice, and David Raya. All these players, man, they did the impossible for Arsenal Football Club. Declan Rice came to this football club to win trophies, and he delivered. And I'm 100% sure that this is a beginning of something beautiful at this club. And I may it continue. And you know what, guys? Embrace it. Enjoy it. Celebrate. However you want to celebrate. Go naked in the streets. All for all I care, man. This is the moment that you embrace yourself. Embrace yourself. Because now, like Ash said, everybody's going to say, oh, you guys are butlers. Nobody can use that excuse on us right now. Nobody. And everybody was going to tell you is the PGMOL. I didn't see the PGMOL against Bournemouth. You dropped points. I didn't see it against Everton. You dropped points. I didn't see it against Brighton where you dropped points. So all that crying and sad, I'm going to hold you accountable in front of the fans, in front of the chats, in front of the panelists right here, that you must cook Hamza. You must cook that fraud. Grilled. I want a new category of steaks. There's well done. I want over well done if that exists. I want it, like crisp, bro. That should be an elite. Huh?
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky, man. Just roast it. Roast it, man. Roast it. You must train like say roast it, man. I am so happy.
If me and Paz have anything to say, bro, all I'm saying is Paz has already started sending death threats. Paz has already started sending death threats. So it's mind games, by the way. Yeah. I'm gonna let you know that now. So Paz will probably be taking majority of the mic, but best believe I'm getting cusses in there. We are grilling his team. And we are grilling his players, and we are grilling Hamza as a specimen of a human being. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
By the way, guys, Saad was just joking. Paz is not actually sending death threats. It's just a joke. We don't condone violence. It's a joke.
For those no, not literal.
No, banter.
You gotta enjoy.
It's not being real.
Yeah, just enjoy within the limit of respect, obviously, and
you know what we mean.
It's banter. It's the world of football. We all grew up with banters against each other, and that's fine. But hey, I mean, this is the moment. This is our moment, and enjoy it for the entirety of the summer.
I'm sorry to cut you off just before I go again quickly. Saad, I need you to say it once. Do you believe in your gaffer? Say, I believe in my gaffer.
Where's the clip? Where's the clip? Somebody send us the clip. Where's the clip? No, you got to play that clip.
Okay.
Do you have the clip?
Don't worry. Let me get.
Yeah, man. You got to play that clip, man. I mean, I'm sure Hussam has it, or make sure that he plays it.
It's on our group chat. I'll find it, bro.
Yeah. Make sure to
better late than never. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
Oh, that's T. I didn't know that
Yeah, I
was
was
T
like,
putting
what the
Arteta's avatar. Hey, T is
Bro,
believing
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? They said Arteta was celebrating with his family and he's not with the players. And then I saw this picture with Rice and Eze, bro. I laughed my ass off. So I was like, nah, this is my next profile picture. You know what I'm saying? Kelly, you go first.
Bro.
You were before me. You can go first, bro.
No,
Yallah.
T,
Yeah,
there's
go ahead, man.
seniority
Go ahead.
here, bro. This is, you know what I mean. You're the veteran here.
I'm-
You go ahead. You go right ahead.
Man, you're probably the most senior guy here,
I'll
man.
have
Just
enough. I'll have
in
enough
terms of
time to
Arsenal.
speak. Go ahead.
Appreciate you, bro. Anyway, guys, I'm not at the usual setup, so that's why I have a lack. I don't have a camera right now. I'll be home soon, and then I'll, you know, what I'm saying, be at the usual setup. But for now,
It's
you'll
okay. That
you'll just have
DP,
to
that
do
DP
it.
is beautiful. That
Yeah,
DP is
you know-
beautiful. No problem.
Exactly. Anyway, 22 years of waiting, 22 years of agony, 22 years of banter, of seeing shit players, shit systems, a manager that doesn't care anymore about winning, and he only cared about building the stadium and investing into the stadium, felt like he was
Mhm.
responsible for the stadium. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
after that, we went to a coach that nobody understood what he said, and he lost the dressing room like within a year. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect to Emery, but that's the news that were circulating. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't understand him, so they were like, "Nah, we ain't taking this guy seriously." And then they gave this guy, the guy on my profile picture, that I slated a lot for years, ever since I come onto this channel, ever since Saad invited me for the halftime show at the Newcastle game at the 2022-2023 season. I remember that day like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That moment, I wanted Arteta gone. You know what I'm saying? Because I did not expect us to challenge for the league. And even after we challenged, we finished second a few times. So I was like, nah, this guy just proved me right. Just leave. You know what I'm saying? I said everything negative about this guy. Everything I could think of outside of actually personal insulting stuff, because I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about football, guys. Everything I said about this guy was negative. He pissed me off. Every time I saw his interviews, I fell asleep. I was like, this guy is just covering for the Cronkies. I said everything. You know what I'm saying? But today, we stand here as title winners. 2025-2026, Premier League winners, number 14, while having number 14 up front, having the most goals under Arteta. You know what I'm saying? While number 14, one of my favorite players of all time, one of our GOATs, if not our absolute GOAT, you know what I'm saying?
Eddie
Saying,
Nketiah?
no, yeah, that's your GOAT, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't.
Here.
That's your GOAT. No, but he said a lot, especially this season. You know what I'm saying? He had the fans against him because they were defending Arteta. They did not want to listen to what Henry had to say. You know what I'm saying? But everybody this season, even Ian Wright, was starting to question it. Everybody was starting to question it, bro. The happy clappers, everybody, bro. And then at the end, the guy that we all doubted, including myself, one of his biggest doubters, got us finally over the line. You know what I'm saying? And I can finally stand here and say, big up Arteta, my manager. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've been waiting for. You know, I always said I want this guy to prove me wrong. I do not have anything personal against him. I said I would love for him to win it. So I can say one of our older players, one of our ex-players actually won us the league. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. He finally did it. And we are going to run the agenda that he ran Pep out of this league. You know what I'm saying? We are going to run that agenda at the end of the day.
Oh, yes.
But there is still one more chance for this guy to write history in this club. You know what I'm saying? One more chance. I watched the Big Six the other day. Like Turkish said, we don't have bigger fish to fry. We have other fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? We have other fish to fry. So now, inshallah, we will win this Champions League. So this can be the most perfect season of all time. And I'll finish off by saying this. Anyone who doubted who the biggest club in London is, tell me one London club that can gather 150,000 fans after 12 a.m. in front of the stadium. Nobody and their mother. If you combine Spurs and Chelsea, you won't get that amount of fans at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Show them again, Saad. Show them again, Saad. Show them again. Show them again.
This
so
is
people
why
can believe.
we are the third biggest club
Hold on.
in this country, and we are the biggest club in London for a reason. And now we got our position back. We are back to where we are where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Steve.
Unplanned. Unplanned. Yeah, that was mad.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at this. Insane. Insane.
By the way, I
No
was about to
no
say,
other
yeah,
London club can do that. Maybe Liverpool can do it, but outside of that, I don't see anyone doing it. Maybe United can, but outside of those three clubs, I don't see anybody doing this, especially no London club. So, like I said before, big up to the players, even the ones I doubted. Big up to Arteta, my manager. I've waited for this moment. I waited to say those words. You know what I'm saying? And inshallah, there is still bigger and better things in the near future.
Now, by the way,
Here.
the people who asked
Big up.
for the video, yeah, for the people who asked for the video, yeah, I found it.
Play it.
Full screen. Let me see it.
Bro,
Say that again with your chest.
I believe my gaffer. He will win this league for me.
And what happens if he doesn't? What happens?
Oh, and Jacob in the background and Ziad in the background is so perfect.
We're here.
And what if he doesn't? Well, that's not a question anymore, is it?
Come on.
Oh,
That's so perfect.
It was destined to happen, Sad. It was destined to happen. Like,
bro, these man. Do you know what I've been through? I had to download another thing. Look at this picture. These man used to troll me with this. Look at this. They trolled me. They trolled me. They put this up and said, "Smile. Why are you not smiling, God?"
Big up, Saad. Big up to you, my
These
brother.
man, these fucking pricks, man. These fucking
Take a
pricks,
picture
man.
now.
it was destined to happen eventually. I mean, like, if you just look at the trajectory of the team, yes, the impatience was there as a fan. I wanted us to win something, but every year it just looked like. I mean, you know how many times I come on the stream and they call me an Arteta, whatever. They keep saying I'm defending Arteta, and I'm like, I'm not defending Arteta. I'm seeing the progress. You can't have your goalkeeper have Golden Glove 2 years.
No,
back.
no, he plateaued a little bit. Don't.
No. I'm not saying.
let's not-
I'm not saying he didn't plateau. Get me right. He was never going to do 38 games in a season. There were games he was going to lose, and there were games he was going to draw. It's how.
Yeah, that's fine. We just want to get over the line. I didn't expect invincible.
I know. I'm saying it was how you lose and draw those games that I'm talking about, right?
Mm.
And even in those particular games, you have to put context of how those things happen. If you look at what he did just before this last 4 games, where we won all these games against Fulham, 1-0 against Burnley, all these 1-0 games. Apparently, after the Man City game, Mikel Arteta reduced the amount of training they were doing. They got 3 days rest. They were eating barbecue at the pitch instead of training. They were relaxing, playing music, and he just allowed the players to just go in and do what they needed to do. It was out in the press that that's what
I didn't know that.
That's what he did. In fact, I could if Saad will share my screen, I could show you. That's what he literally.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying I didn't know that. I believe you. I
That's
didn't know
what
that.
he needed to do. In my head, honestly.
And that's
I'll
what
be
he did. I mean, I'm saying like, but that's what he did. But we as fans don't delve deep enough to find out what our manager is doing. We just see what's on the pitch. Miles Lewis Kelly, people said he should have brought him in earlier. And I was like, you know what happened with Lewis Kelly? Beginning of the season, he didn't look good when he played in the FA Cup. He didn't look good when he played in the Carabao Cup. And the manager was not going to risk trusting you until Zubimendi was running to the ground. Zubimendi, Gabriel, Raya, Rice, and I think Saliba have played over 4,000 minutes for us. That's the equivalent of 45 games. But you know the reason why they were not injured as much? Because we controlled the way we played games. We were the ones dictating the pace of every game. We weren't pressing, we weren't going hard, which is why our games were boring. They were boring, they were terrible to watch, but we controlled the pace, we controlled the amount of things that we did. We didn't do a majority of the running. We allowed the other team do all the running. And 13 games this season, we won by 1-0. Which means this was Arteta's plan. This league is so hard that I'm going to be very difficult to break down. It'll be boring football, but it's going to get us over the line. And it did. It did.
Mm.
Like, if you look at every metric, by every metric, we should not be winning this league because everybody else who's won it has scored more goals. But we conceded the least goals, scored what we needed to score, and we saw 13 games out of our 20-something wins. Half of our wins, we literally saw it as a 1-0.
Also, I don't think there's a team that actually won without a striker with 20+ goals in the season.
Well, yeah, well, I think Gundogan, they did with City. Gundogan was 13 a few years ago, and I think the 04-05 team for Chelsea also was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Frank Lampard with 13 goals. If I'm not mistaken, as in that they had as the highest goal scorer. So yeah, there's been teams that have done it. I mean, don't get it wrong. It's just we wanted a lot of Arsenal fans wanted entertaining football and winning at the same time. So I'm just happy that we did what we needed to do to get over the line, because the most important thing now for these players is when I saw them in that training room watching the game and they realized that they had won, they're going to play the Champions League final with freedom. I guarantee you are going to see Saka dribble like a madman because he's like, it's my last, like, let's just go and do this. You're going to see these boys in a different light. And I'm happy that Mikel did what he did right after the City loss. Right after the City loss, he was like, you know what? No more pressure. Guys, chill. Let's just relax now. These guys were eating barbecue on the training pitch. 3 days off. Let's prioritize rest, because he was like, you already know the strategy. You know your job. You're a footballer. You know how to kick a ball. I can't teach you anything new. I just need you to be ready for the next game. And that's what your gaffer does. So kudos to him. He's maturing on his job. It's his first job, 7 years on the job. Kudos to him, man. And ever since he got us back to the Champions League, look at the progression. First year, quarterfinal. Second year, semi-final. Third year, final. How many managers can say that? How many people can actually sit there and say that? Which is why every single year I was like, the only thing that I was saying this year was, I said, this is the year where you have to win a major. I mean, Sad, you heard me when I said, even if he won me a cup double this year, I would change it, because this year you had what it takes to go all the way, at least in one of the majors. And one of the majors has been achieved. I asked for Premier League. You've given me Premier League. If you give me a Champions League, it's additional. I'm not stressing. You've given me what I asked for. I can go to, dude. When I was driving home from work, like when I realized that we were champions, I almost left the steering and just screamed. I was like, just at 70 miles an hour. Oh my God, I was so happy. 22 years. 22 bloody years, man. It's finally done.
100%, bro. Big up to FK. Big up.
Yeah.
Champions! Bruh, I still remember when we were together, me, Dayo, T, and Sad 3 years ago, bro. I swear to you, it even though we were challenging, it still felt like a distant dream. And 3 years later, we're actually here, guys. We're actually here. We're actually Premier League champions. And you know what? I don't give a shit. I'm greedy. Give me that Champions League. Oh, I'm gonna be different. Give me that. Oh, you know what? I do agree with Dayo on one thing. I think if we played that Champions League final, having lost the league, I think it would have been a catastrophe, because our players now would be our players would be playing that final to save the season, which is
with
mad.
a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Mad
Capitulation at its finest.
And now we are going well rested. That's the difference.
I want every
game.
academy player to get a chance at Crystal Palace. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
They're gonna get the guard of
Under
honor.
14s in.
Hey,
And the
Harriman
most important
Anus,
thing,
Salmon, bring them all. You know what I'm saying?
everyone.
You know what?
Max
You know
Salmon
what?
is
Hey, hold on. Yeah,
Field trip.
Fucked in the side, bro. I let Max
Field
Salmon
trip.
in the side,
Chill,
man.
man. Sad, you guys, this is why they don't like us. Allow Max down, my
Nah, bro. It is what it is.
No.
Nah, bro, they must not like us.
Hold on.
Max
Hold on.
Salmon.
Are you
I want
going-
Max Salmon to
Hold
walk
on.
onto that pitch, yeah? Get
Hold
the
on,
guard
hold
of
on.
honor and say,
Hey,
Premier League
guys,
champion at
Guys,
15 years of
respect,
football.
respect the youngest ever Premier League winner, guys. Respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're deciding that you're just going to break. Hold on. You're going to break every rule You know that the leadership group. Allow the leadership group. If one of them is there, that's the captain. You want to put Max Dahman as the captain?
No,
Put
no,
him,
not
man.
captain.
What's wrong with it? Put him, man.
Here's what I'll say.
Captain the team.
Here's what I'll say. Yeah, obviously
It's a
we should
trial,
rotate
guy.
the
It's a
team.
trial.
We should rotate the team, obviously, because we want to
Yeah,
rest our players. But
yeah,
I
we
also
rotate.
think these players deserve to get that guard of honor. So we need to ask approval from the Premier League, right? And we're the champions, so they should approve it because the champions get whatever they want. We should allow the entire squad to get the guard of honor so that Gabriel and all get it. Then we let Max Dahman go captain and all that stuff and just parade on the pitch, bro. But oh my God, we're getting a guard of honor.
By
Oh
the
my
way,
God, the last time.
Eze is gonna get a guard of honor. Yeah, Eze left Crystal Palace.
Palace.
Listen, big up to Crystal Palace. Yeah,
The irony.
I'll be real. I don't mind Crystal Palace. Do you know
They're,
what I mean?
they're also getting 10 million.
Yeah, they got their bag. dude.
Yeah.
They got their
They got
bag.
their bag.
If we
Yeah,
win.
they
If
got
we win.
they
Oh,
got
yeah,
10
they can
million.
Yeah.
They've got
They got 10 million. Paris is happy. They also have very classy fans, in my opinion, because when Eze left, it wasn't toxic like other
like
players is normally. You know what I'm saying? I would love. For me, I love the fact that they're getting 10 million more from us. I don't care. Just get it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You know what,
It
team?
pales in
I'll take it one
comparison to
level.
what
I'll
we
take it
need.
one step further. One step further. They're invited to the parade. Come, Crystal Palace. Come. Bournemouth.
Yes.
Come. You're invited. Everton. Come.
And
Come
Krupi
on.
as well. Krupi alone, yes.
No,
Bro,
Krupi
Oh,
Krupi
man.
should be on the
contract.
bus. Krupi should be on the
Krupi,
bus
man.
with the players.
Yeah, my crew.
And by the way, I forgot his name,
What a
but that
player.
Bournemouth left back, bro, big up to you. You know what I'm saying? He got the assist for the Krupi goal. The left back, Bournemouth, bro. He was amazing that day as well, bro. What was his name,
I
bro?
forgot his name.
But he
forgot
got the
his name.
assist for the Krupi goal.
Tufford. Yeah, Tufford.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, what
yeah.
a player, man.
You know
what a
what?
player.
You know what? On the bus as well, Tufford. Let's go. No problem.
Oh,
On the
hey.
bus.
Ash, you
You know what's
forgot
gonna
Yeah.
happen?
somebody.
At the
You
end
know
of
who
the
else
day,
should
right?
get
At
it?
the end of the
You
day,
The
know-
bus will crush.
You know who else
we're
should
gonna
get on the
a triple
bus?
decker. We'll get triple decker.
You should get Gahey on the bus.
Mark,
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring Gahey, no problem.
Bring Gahey
Yeah.
on the bus. I say bring
Semenyo.
him.
Yeah.
Semenyo as well. Bring on Semenyo. Semenyo
Yeah,
too can
sure,
come
why
in.
not? Why not?
He said he's an Arsenal fan, right? He can celebrate with us, right? It's all good.
we'll get a triple decker bus. We'll get a triple decker bus. All the Arsenal players will be at the top, and then all the other invited players will be in the middle.
And guess who's not invited?
Who's not invited?
Hamza is not invited because he left Arsenal 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hold that, bro.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah,
the
I'm not
beauty- hey, the beauty of social media is now Hamza can't pull that shit anymore. He can't be a fair weather fan and say, "Oh, wearing his city kit." There's plenty of evidence of him in it, so he can't switch up anymore. He
Yeah.
can't be a
Bro,
fair-
imagine
Please
leaving a
say
club.
that.
Imagine leaving a club.
That guy.
Imagine leaving a club for an oil club, and then the club that you left wins the league over your oil club. You know what I'm saying? Insanity.
Mhm.
Insanity.
Oh, wait,
Mhm.
Callie, I need you to, because listen, we still haven't heard from you, bro. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
obviously we need to hear from
Tell
you.
us, Callie.
Connor-
Tell us.
Connor, who's randomly appeared out of nowhere, and also Denzel, who's randomly
Connor, who's always been an Arteta
Straight up.
fan. He's been saying it for 5 years. Guys, be patient. Trust the process. Every time we shout on Arteta, he's like, guys, can you guys please give him some space? Big up, Connor.
Hey, listen.
I'm with you,
Me
Connor, by the way.
and
I
Connor.
criticize him too much, Connor.
Yeah, me and Connor are fucked, but we don't care. We won the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't care,
none
bro.
of us- Bro, I wanted Arteta out this last summer. Doesn't matter. It's Bastards. I said on most stream, this was the most delicious humble pie I've had in my life. I apologized
Yes.
to Arteta and I said, hey, I said he'll never win. I got it wrong. Thank you. Give me my humble pie. It's okay. We got things wrong. It's okay.
Ashraf, the funniest part for me was I backed him all the way, and I knew he was going to win. When he was going to win, I did not.
Yeah,
know.
big up. You did as well, to be fair.
I did
You
not know when he was going to win, but it was just the little things.
Matter of time.
It was the little things that I heard in the back room, like somebody who works at Arsenal, and he says, "Oh man, today at the at the club, this is what this person did. This is what the manager did." I'm like, this is interesting that you're doing this with the players, like building that entire whole back room, making everything solid, where the players want to play for each other on the pitch, and you see it on the pitch. You see it on the pitch with the players. And again, like I always tell myself at the beginning of the season, we're not going to win 38 games. I always say that to myself. I'm like, it is how we lose, though. It is how we lose. And if we're losing because of fatigue, I could put a bit of the blame on the manager and say, hey, you need to let these guys rest. If we're losing because of injuries, he has a whole backroom staff, the medical team. What are you guys doing? The manager is not the one fixing all the hamstrings and, like there's a whole bunch of things that we have to consider. Yes, the buck stops with the manager. And then if he sets up the team in a way where you strike the bar 3-4 times, you miss clear-cut chances. Now, this manager sets you up and you're missing clear-cut chances. What do you want this manager to do in the game again? You have to be clinical as a player. It's either you're good enough or you're not. And most people criticized our players. They said they weren't good enough. Most of us criticized it. I criticized Martinelli. I criticized Trossard. I don't think they're good enough, which means I think this manager is a genius to be able to achieve what he's achieved this season with those group of players. Gyökeres, people said he looked like a Timberland boots the way he runs. Let's be honest. People mocked him. They said, oh, Eze is not playing like the Eze of Crystal Palace except when he plays against Tottenham. Odegaard has been in and out of the team. Saka has been off it, in and out, injured. We've been playing Noni Madueke, who takes on his man and runs out of the pitch every single time with the ball. Like, the only people that were consistent in this team were Declan Rice, Gabriel, Saliba, maybe Timber.
Raya.
And Raya.
And guess what, Dio? All of those players are now Premier League winners, my bro.
That's my point, though. My point is, like, I love the fact that it doesn't have to be a complete, massive best player for best player when you can play together as a team. When you say team, that's what Arsenal is. We may not have the best individual players in every position. We may not have the. We have about.
No, we do on the defense.
In defense, yeah, like in defense, we have 4 or 5 players that have played over 45 full games for us. Man City only have one player that has played over 4,000 minutes. You know who that is? Erling Haaland. Every other person has played under 4,000 minutes.
And he's a robot.
And that's why he dipped. No, actually, he dipped in form in the second.
I wonder if he still has a good feeling,
Yeah.
I wonder.
He had a
Side-eye shit he was doing to the camera.
he had a good feeling that Arsenal was going to win the league. Oh,
Yeah, it seems like it. Bigger Cali, give us your thoughts. Then we can move to Connor as well, and obviously Denzel after.
Hey,
Win the
Arsenal
dog.
fans.
Win the dog is the Premier League champion. Win the
Arsenal
dog.
fans, you are all champions. You are all champions. Hold your
Win
heads
the
up
facts.
high. Hold your heads
right.
up high. Now, again, I know I've heard you Dio speak plenty of times, and I will exclude him from this. I don't know as far as Denzel, how he looked at it. I know it's a couple times he might have made the comment, but I think all of us here have been critical of Arteta at one point or another. As far as I was concerned, the end of last year, that was where I had wrote him off completely, where I said, you know what, barring the fact that Berta was coming in, and that gave me a little bit of like a hope, I guess you can say, I still said, well, the common denominator at the end of the day is Arteta. But look, he proved us all wrong. At least the ones, that had a little bit of doubt, and myself included. I know T's been a big, big critic of him, and I know all of us have, again, at one point or another. But, as I've gotten older, what you kind of identify as, okay, you're taking the high road, you're being a bigger man, is when you can admit you made a mistake and you were wrong. You just say, you put your hands up and say, you know what? I got it wrong. Okay. I'm not I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you the future. I'm not going to be able to do that. But it was just based off of what we have seen. And I remember, you watch Terry and all these guys saying, Arsenal fans, you're going to win it this year. You're going to win it this year. It's like, I saw it in all of us. A lot of us were like, well, I'm hesitant. I don't want to speak on that yet because I just don't know what can happen. And then we went through April. Boy, was that April fun. Yeah. Seeing everything that happened throughout that month. And it was just like, oh, not again. This can't be happening again. It just had the stink of that 22-23 season all over again. And so it was definitely a little bit of a pause there, a little moment where you're like, oh shit, not again. But again, based on like what Dio was saying, it's important. Like I was always thinking this. It's like, I think the problem with Arteta, and again, I wasn't basing this on anything that I knew because this, I don't have an insider at Arsenal. I'm all the way in fucking California. I don't have any insiders at Arsenal.
I'm in Austin, Texas.
So you're still closer than I am, Dio. So But I was thinking that, I think the problem here is that he's putting too much emphasis and pressure on training and making sure that everything is done right. We got to be in our positions. We got to always do this.
We had a lot of injuries from training as well.
And that's another thing. It's like you look at that, and it's not just ironclad evidence, but all these things trickling and happening over and over again. You're like, something's not right. Something's not being done right. And again, to go to Dio's point again, is that I have a big bone to pick with the medical staff, because it's like, come on, you guys, someone's getting injured, right? They're out a couple weeks. They come back that very same freaking day, they're getting injured. Something ain't right here. You guys are messing up. And it's like, you could say, oh, well, the buck stops with Arteta. Well, I think at that point, when it's a medical issue, I think the buck stops with the medical staff. I think they get the final say so before Arteta can decide if they can play or not. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. The other point I would like to kind of hit on and make is, look, I got advice for every Arsenal fan here. Okay. Every Arsenal fan. Do not fight with these freaking trolls. Okay. And this is what I mean by that. You're going to have a lot of these guys. And Hamza already is doing it, that fucking fraud. He's already starting with, oh, the PGMOL wanted you to win. And oh, you guys are corner FC. And oh, you guys are no open play goals. And oh, and all this bullshit. You know what? Lean the fuck into it. Just lean into it. Really, really get under their skin in the sense that you go, yeah, the PGMOL helped us. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have won the title. Yes, we're corner FC. We can't score any other way. That's the only way we can score. And say yes.
Can I ask a question? What do you call a team that bottles it to the bottlers?
The biggest bottle in the world? I don't know.
The mega bottles.
Mega bottle?
You cannot bottle. I'm the bottler. I accept it. I'm a bottler.
I don't know why the first thing came in my mind is that mega pint, from Johnny Depp, mega pint.
Fucking hell, bro.
Yo,
a mega pint.
Big bottle.
A mega pint.
Bro, but it's so crazy. It's like people just refuse to see the trajectory over the years. And as an Arsenal fan, I was impatient. I wish it came quicker. I genuinely, honestly wish it came quicker. But when it comes eventually, it's the sweetest.
That's what I was about to say. Doesn't this just make it that much sweeter?
Just a little, dude, we won the league without kicking the ball. We did not play yesterday, bro.
And it still was sweet as hell.
I
felt like we were playing yesterday.
I'm like, yeah, we won the league without kicking the ball yesterday. Literally, chilling.
Chat to me.
This fraud.
Wait, Souls, before you come in.
Cali Gunner. As always, Souls, it's Cali Gunner.
Oh my days, Cali Gunner.
Wait, Souls, before you come in, just because Denzel and Con have been waiting for quite some time. So Denzel,
I'm not gonna speak. I'm just saying hi to everyone. Don't worry, everyone can go.
Shut up,
bro.
Denzel. Why are you wearing sunglasses? I know London. It's not sunny enough.
Hold on, not today. Let me say something, Sauce. I always respected your opinion. You've always been level-headed. I've always respected what you've said. Let's just leave it at that.
Listen. Remember one thing, guys. Yeah, I want to say one thing before everyone goes. All summer long, I was ridiculed and called an Arteta cocksucker and Arteta glazer, just for all of you guys to suck his cock at the end of the season.
Why would that?
Just for all of you to do the same thing come the end of the season.
Whoa!
You guys now.
Listen,
I remember.
We do not partake in such haram activities.
Bro, my head didn't comprehend what he said, and I was like, I was like, whoa,
hold on.
In the summer,
Let
me say one thing. In the summer, people were saying,
there are two guys waiting for long, bro.
Let me say this last thing. People were saying, people like Egal and people like Souls, who are just delusional. They supporting Arteta, Glazers. All of you guys are glazing them now.
Souls, you had us. Knock it off.
Exactly. Thank you, Kali. Thank you. Someone remembers. This guy predicted us to finish third and has the audacity to chat.
I don't forget shit. The receipts
Big
are
up,
all
Cali.
here, Ash. The receipts are all
Big
here.
up, Cali. That's exactly. Go ahead, Denzel, and then Connor, because I know Denzel came first and then left. Yeah, go ahead, Denzel.
Big up everyone. Big up. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not here on any objective thing. I'm not objective today. I'm not here to give you good takes like Ash over here. I'm not here. I'm not on that. Today, I am here on the banter thing. Yeah? Because that's what you man gave me. For 13 years, I've been an Arsenal fan. No one wants to be objective about us, about me, blood. Yeah? 13 years I've been here, bro. People telling me about bottlers. I met my uni friends, bro. The first time I met them, I told them I'm an Arsenal fan. They start bust out laughing. Who's laughing now? They're not answering my calls, bro. Yesterday night, I was calling, man, the whole day. I didn't sleep yesterday night, bro. I was up till 5 a.m. I was calling people. Because I remember just a month ago, when we lost the City, man were on my phone. Everyone was on my phone. But no one's here today. No one is here.
They're all hiding.
They're all hiding, bro.
I agree.
They're still hiding now. I'm still trying to chat on man on WhatsApp right now. I'm still on WhatsApp, trying to get a hold of man. I'm not even sure if they're alive. What's going on?
Yeah.
Those chats all fell silent.
Some people have taken the
They're all
boat ride.
silent.
So some people have just left the country, like just disappeared. I'm telling you. I have.
And Dio,
I'm gonna find
Dio,
them.
you're from the
And
States.
Dio,
gonna
you
find
know
them.
what? Everyone laughed at Arsenal, yeah? When Arsenal was suffering,
protection, they're underground.
yeah, and Cali, when Arsenal was suffering, everyone was laughing at Arsenal, calling us battle drug. Now that we won the league, all my friends in London, why am I seeing Chelsea fans on the street celebrating? It's not cool to be an Arsenal fan now. Now that Arsenal have won, don't try and come arse-lick us. It's not cool now to be an Arsenal fan. We know London's dominated by Arsenal fans. Even the Chelsea fans are Arsenal fans.
You know what's crazy?
Lewis was there. Lewis was on the streets.
Hold on. You know what's crazy that I realize now? Every time I sat on the stream to talk about Arsenal, right? People would be like, "But you haven't won anything. They would never address the football. They would never address the game. They would never address.
That's what I said earlier, Dio. Yeah, exactly.
They would never address how we control games, how we win games by 1-0 and we're a hard team to break down. They will never address any of those things.
doesn't agree with that style of play.
Listen, I know you may not like the style, but I'm saying they won't even.
Focus.
I don't, but I'm still able to have a football debate and say, can we win? Can we not win? But every time you have it with some idiot rivals, there is default response would be, but your bottle jobs.
Now that we've won it, let me now see how they're going to engage with Arsenal fans when we get on.
Exactly.
Because now that we've won it, I want you to talk about the football when I literally go into a game and I win the game, and you tell me you can talk about how boring it is, but I can talk about the effectiveness of it. I can tell you why that's against that team.
You've seen Arsenal play pretty.
And before I tag Connor in, I'll say this: if you know how you guys saw us yesterday and today as well, the celebrations, the YouTube, everywhere, like the social media, bruh. If we somehow we'll talk about it later, obviously, but if we somehow win this Champions League, I'm telling you, rivals need to run away far because things will be mad.
There he is.
Martin.
Big Martin.
With Martin here,
big up, bro.
With Martin here, this is literally almost the entire. Yeah, exactly. I love that Paul Rudd one.
What is going
Hey, why for that?
And also, not that shit off, or I'll start
telling you,
dollar bills.
I'm telling you, flip it up. If we win Champions League, use it as your intro. This is me.
Yeah, if we do that, bro, that's mad.
I'm going to lose
this is. I can't believe the last time we had like most of these guys here in one stream. Martin, Connor, only Hooks is missing right now. It was 3 years ago when we I think we were battling the 23-24 season when we went on that mad run. Obviously, we fell short in the end, but it was still slightly positive. And I'm glad that we are finally united together to celebrate something massive. I think Turkish said this, so I'm not gonna. I know T said it earlier. How Turkish said, now we don't have a bigger fish to fry. We have another fish to fry because we fried the big fish. We fried the big fish, baby. But anyways, Connor, I'm gonna go to you, and then obviously Souls and Martin. Connor, man, how you feeling, bro? It's been 24 hours now.
I kind of can't stop smiling. I love it. You're muted, bro.
I've never seen Connor smile this much on a stream, bro.
Connor, before you go, this is your first one, yeah? You're muted.
Connor.
You're muted.
I'm mute, bro.
You're not on mute, but your mic is not coming through. I don't know why. Yeah.
That should be better now. Maybe now.
There you go.
Yeah, perfect.
There you go.
Yeah,
You almost bottled it like Man City, bro.
Yeah.
Thank God you did.
Yeah, no, I was 9 months old when we won our first league title. So I actually think I've got the kit. My dad got me the kit, and I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. I can only find the shorts. So when I was that age, he got me a kit from that year. It was the red shirt. It might have been the last year of Highbury, actually. I'm not too sure, but it's surreal, man. It honestly doesn't feel real. I've said because I'm gonna go to North London on Sunday for the final game, and when we've got it in our hands, that's when I'll be like, okay, right, it's clicked into again. I've seen enough like Photoshop pictures, etc., etc. When we've got the actual trophy in our hands, it will be
God, with the ribbon
for real.
Oh shit.
But I mean, I've gone on to all the streams known to man now. You know, for people who don't like, I'm normally on like the football terrors and stuff like that who don't see me much on streams. Of course, everyone probably knows me as the Arteta outer, the negative fan, etc., etc. But I did say throughout and it's not just an scapegoat route. It literally was how I was feeling. I said, these are my thoughts on the manager. I am not against sacking him, getting someone else. If that means you retract, but then get better, I'm all for it. But I will always sit here and say, if he wins the majors, I will sit here on camera and say I was wrong, and he's proven me wrong. And he's proven me wrong. Sorry, and he's gone ahead and done that. And it was probably, I have said it was probably could have done this 2 years ago, but we're here now. I'm grateful. And it's 5-6 years ago, this wasn't something I would have ever thought would have even happened at this period of time anyway. When we had the likes of just before Unai Emery left, the state we were in, we had to rely on a Bukayo Saka, 18 years of age, to be carrying us through matches, and Aubameyang, who was slowly creeping out the door. It was tough times, and I said to myself, I was thinking to myself back then, God, we are the banter club. We're not going to be winning nothing until I'm about 50. In terms of majors, and now we are English Premier League champions and going into a final of the UEFA Champions League. It's just insane how we have quickly turned around in the last really 2 years since we've come back properly into the Champions League and really reinstated ourselves as a dominant side in the competition, and not just being these people who get flung out in the round of 16 and so on and so forth. I mean, the fact that it is just crazy. If we win the tournament, we haven't lost a single game in Europe this year. Like, it's actually crazy. And even if you're a rival fan and you discredit that, if Arsenal do win the Champions League, I don't think you're actually a football fan in general. That is an insane achievement. And people can talk about Sporting, Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid. Go ahead and do it yourselves then. If it's that easy, go ahead and win all those games in the group stage against the likes of PSG, against the likes of Bayern. Go ahead and win everything. Oh, Atletico Madrid, sorry, not. Go and win
for a league. Yeah, while going for a league.
Go and win all those matches and then come back and tell me how easy it was. It's an insane achievement. One thing that I always say, like I say, and a lot of other Arsenal fans say, and obviously we hear it from the rival fans, the football isn't pretty. It is pretty dull. But what I put down really to us winning this league and how I'll remember it in the future and telling my kids about this league and this season, it was the defense for me. The players like Gabriel. Listen, everyone played a part. I don't want to say no one was. Everyone played a part in this campaign. But the likes of Gabriel, Timber Saliba, Hincapié Calafiori, Mars Lewis-Skelly, David Raya especially, Declan Rice, the main defensive side of this Arsenal squad has been impeccable this season and crucial to why we are English Premier League champions. And the record for goals conceded just says it all, really. Absolutely sensational. To be, listen, like I say, it's never been pretty. The recent 1-0, was the amount of people that have counted the recent 1-0, 1-0 to the Arsenal. But, people say, oh, it's not a good looking result in terms of the amount of points we've collected. But you just look back at the George Graham era. People call this, I've seen pundits call it's the George Graham winning type of side. That's how we've gone ahead and done it. And listen, I don't care if we won this title by said amount of points. We've gone ahead and done it. And rival fans, if they're going to cry and say, oh, PGMOL this, VAR that, Well, screw that. You should have tried to stop us anyway. What you did, you had all these opportunities to beat us and to stop us from winning the title, and your side couldn't do it. So no bullshit, no excuses. You couldn't do it. It's as simple as that. I'm really looking forward to the final now. You know, I did make the comment actually back in the Carabao Cup final. I said, if we win it, it will project the team to go and win the league. Obviously, I've done that without doing it, but I feel like that momentum of winning something gives a side. Well, it's a bit contradictory now because obviously City haven't won the league, but they did win the FA Cup, so they have done the double. But the point I was trying to make is winning a trophy for me, especially for a side who is chasing something like a Champions League, that boost of confidence and energy and what that's going to give the players, I think will honestly massively help us to win that. The players might feel unstoppable, they might feel unbeatable, and they might go ahead and actually have that confidence because we've seen what Arsenal's like sometimes in high pressure moments. They do cave in a little bit, they get worried. If it's an 85th minute 1-0 up, they can get a bit nervous. But I think winning the way we have, the feeling that they're going to have, also we're going to be able to rest massively on Sunday. I really do hope we rotate. I don't care if I see the Keppers, whoever plays out there. I don't care if we see the Norgards happily do that. Rotate. Crystal Palace have got a final 3 days later. Rotate everyone. Everyone will be feeling so good going into that final. I honestly think that us winning this league can project us to win a European trophy as well. So it's a great time to be an Arsenal fan. And honestly, I would never have thought in my 20s that I'd be saying we'd be lifting a Premier League trophy. It doesn't feel real. But when I see us...
You are saying it now. You are, Connor. You're saying it right now, aren't you? You're saying it.
It's crazy, man.
You better believe. You better believe.
Connor just said in his 20s. My God, Connor, don't even ask how old I am.
I'm probably older.
So no, it's a great time to be alive and obviously to share it with all the other Arsenal fans. And yeah, man, it's crazy. And let's do it again next year. Who's stopping us?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Get stronger again in the summer
100%.
transfer window. There's a couple of players that probably do need to leave. The Gabriel Jesus of the world. You know, players like that. Just
Connor, let me put it this way for you, right? Now that we've gotten over the line, the big players that we can attract, because that was the key thing.
Yeah.
Again, we have to understand this. Over the years, because we hadn't really won anything major, we could not really attract the guys that we needed to attract.
We had the pull, Dio.
No, when I mean, I'll give you an example.
But Champions pull is different. I agree with
Even
that.
there, Dio, but the
regard.
reality is,
Champions
even then, we wouldn't have invested. Okay, until we all know that once the Cronkies took full control, that's when they actually started investing in.
That was 2018. And,
Yeah.
the thing about the Cronkies is, I've always said this about them. If you go look at the rest of their franchise here in the US, from the Rams to the Nuggets, like the Cronkies took the Rams manager. This guy was an assistant coach at the Chiefs. They brought him as the head coach of the Rams, and it took him 6 years before he won his first Super Bowl. But they stuck with him, and they kept on working with him till they got that Super Bowl. That's how the Cronkies operate. So when they brought in Mikel Arteta, I already knew what kind of ownership we had, and I was like, well, these guys are not going to get rid of this guy. They're going to, and they did about similar times. They would take an assistant manager from somewhere. They'll just be like, hey, we see the talent. We know you're good. We've done our research. They're that good because they're a business as a sporting enterprise. They're a family business. They're not like the conglomerates like the FFGs and all these other guys. They're literally a family sporting business. So again, if you look at the Nuggets, the same thing, and they prioritize family and working together and building. In the Nuggets, when the manager and the coach were fighting, they fired both of them.
Yeah,
they wasted no time. They're like, yep, both of you out. We don't want any bickering in here. And if you remember, what's his name? Josh Kroenke, when he sat at the table with Mikel Arteta, and he says the only people that you can trust are the people that sit at the table with you. If you're building,
I think you also got to put into the picture as well. For me personally, the appointment of Andrea Berta has just
Was
completely
massive.
us as a club.
And game changer for us.
Yeah,
Game
that's
changer.
monumental.
And yes, Edu made signings like Declan Rice, etc. I mean, I think he had a lot more misses than hits. I think if we made the appointment of Andrea Berta, if it was another world, maybe 2 years ago, I think we could have seen maybe a bit quicker of us. Maybe.
But Connor, that's what I'm saying. 2 years ago, Andrea Berta would not have been attracted to us because of where we were. I'm talking about.
We weren't there yet. But
Yes,
Connor,
we're big
there's
club.
also
Yes, we're big
also
club,
the
but there's
point
level.
that Connor was making about Edu. The difference I saw
The video
between
files
Edu and Berta was the fact that with Edu, he can only spin one plate at a time. With Berta, it looked like he was spinning 9-10 plates all at once.
Yeah,
It's like,
he was
see, that's
negotiating
what
2-3
you need
transfers.
from your sporting director. You don't need a guy that
And look, and this is where I'll give credit.
And one thing only.
Yeah, I agree, and this is where I'll give credit to the Kroenkes. I think they've been patient really well. They've built the right project. To answer your question, fuzzily, because you're asking Dio, how do you know Josh said that? I think it was in the Amazon documentary, the 21 season.
Yeah, it was.
So it's not a hidden secret. It actually did happen.
They're sitting and having lunch together. I remember exactly when it was.
Exactly. And look, they deserve credit. They've been patient. They've spent money, which is very important. They've given contracts. We've actually tried to get all of our players that are running out of contract soon, tied up early. So the club has been really, really well run. This is why even when I was criticizing Arteta and criticizing the club, I've never once attacked the Kroenkes because I thought they were doing the right things.
Me too.
And I'm glad they've been vindicated. I'm glad Arteta as well has been vindicated and obviously deserves the apologies he's getting. With that, we go to the guy who's been backing him like crazy. Obviously, Martin and Souls, both of them. So we'll start with Souls first.
Well, before Souls goes, can I say something, Ash? Also,
of course.
That whole narrative, okay? And again, this is something we're going to get hit with over in the offseason. You're going to get a lot of rivals saying, well, it took them 7 years and £1 billion spent. Well, when you do the math and you seriously think about for that period of time, we basically were spending about 167 million pounds a year. When you look at that in contrast to what City spent in one calendar year, including what they did in January with Semenyo and Guehi, and what, no offense, Liverpool fans, what you guys spent in one summer, 450 million pounds. And granted, you didn't invest that much prior years, but that's a massive outlay of cash, of money. So I don't want to hear this, oh, you took him $1 billion pounds. Well, yeah, if you break it down, that's not that.
By the way, Kelly, imagine Kelly, Spurs spent more than Arteta.
Yeah, Spurs did. In that same period, I think City spent more than us as well.
Chelsea spent.
But I will say this, and sorry, Kelly, I know you're trying to be reasonable and stuff, and usually I'm very reasonable on having discussions. Maybe I'm trying to up the ante with the cooking kind of personality of mine that I'm trying to bring out of the closet.
Bring the oomph in you, Ash. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I think moving forward, if anyone does tell you that, Kelly, you spent 1 billion 7 years, we'll use the same line they have used on us the last 6-7 years. And Tryan said it in the comments. What a trophy. What a trophy for Chelsea. Well, what a league for Man United.
What a trophy.
Yeah? What a league for you Spurs. It's our time to say that shit now. It is our time to say that shit
Look at
now.
the position we were in under Wenger, right? Constantly screaming spend money. And don't hear a pin drop, right? Because you're not winning anything. Now, of course, we're winning stuff now. The narrative is you spend too much. You just can't win. And this is the problem now with football fans nowadays. You just can't win. Whenever the narrative suits, and it makes me laugh, right? People criticize VAR, Arsenal. Listen, don't get me wrong. We've had, especially the Havertz one, everyone's talking about recency bias. Things have sometimes gone our way this season, right? But that's football. It's not just Arsenal. If you could go, if everyone watched every single game this year, you could count tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of times the amount of times VAR fucked up, not just for Arsenal, but for a lot of teams.
Well, that's the thing, Connor. We've been saying this for years, but no one wanted to fucking listen to us. Well, now look, the proof is in the pudding. But now because we won, it's a problem.
It was Chelsea. It was United. If they're in this position, they're saying the exact same thing, which is shut up. We've got a league title.
Last season, and sorry, Souls, I know I took some of your time, so I'll let you go now. But last season, biggest example, Declan Rice and Trossard got sent off for kicking the ball. They scrapped the rule after. They scrapped the rule after, and no one else did. And when we were complaining about that, they're like, complaining about refs. It happens to all other players too. Okay, then suck it. That happens to all the clubs too. Anyway, so
we don't need to bite on rival bullshit anymore.
No, we don't.
I agree.
If we win Champo, oh my God, don't chat to me anymore. If I can sit on a table, and I don't have to hear, where's your European trophy? Oh my God, the freedom of speech I'll have if we win Champo. It's insane, man. It's
You know
insane.
what?
And we will call it Champo, and you have nothing to say about that because we've been defending champions. Champo, that's what it's called. Yeah, we decided we changed the name. Champo.
Yeah, because if we win it, we'll literally have gone unbeaten to win the Champo. So we can
Correct.
call
One
it
of
whatever
only
we-
12 teams in history, I think, if I'm not wrong.
We'll call it whatever.
Go
we
ahead,
want.
Souls.
I
Yeah, look, I think
you pussy.
yeah, listen, big up. Listen. You know what it is, yeah. I feel like it's been a long journey, man. It's been an emotional
roller
journey.
coaster.
It's been an emotional journey because for the fans that, not for the casual fans, but for the fans that watch their team in and out, speak about their team, like it affects their mood, you know. And I think I can speak for maybe everyone here. When Arsenal lose a game or draw a game or we get so close and we fall at the last hurdle, it genuinely affects your mood. It affects your weekend. It affects your week. And football is a big part of our lives, man. It's a big part of our day-to-day lives. Like everyone knows and everyone here. And why I'm so happy for everyone on the stream and the group chat and all my friends, because genuinely it's so nice to see us finally celebrate something. Why? Because we weren't disloyal. We didn't jump ship. We stayed with our club and we supported our club through tears, through happiness, through whatever it was. And 6 years is a long time. It's a long time to go through what we went through. And ultimately, like now, no one can chat to us. Like genuinely, like I'm a Londoner, like born and bred in London. No, I'm telling you now, no team in London can take over the entire city the way we did yesterday. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah.
The whole city was locked down and shut down, and you couldn't even move. You couldn't even move. If you were walking out your house, you better be wearing an Arsenal top. Even if you're a Chelsea fan, wear an Arsenal top, because you weren't gonna be safe anywhere because the whole city was locked down. You know what I mean? And look, and I think for the fans that say, "Oh, you spent £1 billion," but again, Chelsea and United, and I've seen a lot of those sort of fans that keep saying this stuff. You guys spent similar amounts of money and you haven't won anything close to what we won now.
And more.
Yeah, I'm going to be shameless because United have spent £1 billion. You haven't got a Premier League show for it. You were dancing at the FA Cup final with Mr. Baldy. Him and Anthony were dancing with their flags after they won the fucking Carabao Cup. You can't chat to us now. We're the champions of England. And you know what's funny about the entire situation as well? Like, I want to speak on a few things, yeah. I want to speak on first the players, because I have to give a big up to all of these players, man. Honestly, because they've battled with us. And you know Arsenal fans are very critical. We can slander our players, man. You know what I mean? And we've been on the back of Saka, we've been on the back of Rice, we've been on the back of Saliba and Gabriel at different points of the season. But I agree, I think, with what Kali said. We won it based on our defense. Our defense was monumental this season. Because it's not easy to win 1-0. Because to win 1-0, you've got to defend for 90 minutes. And even though it's not the most attractive way of playing, defending for 90 minutes is massively tough. And teams couldn't beat us. Teams couldn't touch us. We were unbelievable. And you know what? We've had hiccups. There was points of the season where, look, I'm going to say this, and I promise you I'm not saying this to try, like, look, in the summer, I was very, like, standing on the fact that I wanted Arteta to have one more season. And it was coming to an end. It was, because I think one more year was the max he was going to get from me, because it's been a long time. And we invested into our attack. We bought Gyökeres, we bought Madueke, who again they haven't been player of the seasons or anything, but we invested in our attack. And I did say, if you invest in our attack, I think this manager, because he got us to 2 points off, he can get us across the line, and he's got the ability to do it. And even though I doubted him at different points, and that there was times I thought it was over, even towards the end of the season, I thought, I said, it's done. Like we've lost it now. Like, I hold my hands up and say, look, I was wrong. I was wrong for doubting the manager. I was wrong for doubting the players. I was wrong for doubting doubting the club, because they brought us success, and we are now Premier League champions. We're going to speak about it for the next year and a half. We're going to speak about it for as long as we want to speak about it. And you know what's funny as well? What did all the rival fans say on TikTok and on YouTube and on even in person? We can't let Arsenal win the league. We're never going to hear the end of it. You're never going to hear the end of it. You're never going to hear the end of it. You're not, because we now, you battered us for so long, and you battered us and you battered us and you battered us. You can't banter us no more. And as Thingy says, well, if we win the Champions League, they're gonna come out. They're gonna have to find some new. They're gonna have to find some new songs to sing. They can't sing the Champions of Europe. They can't sing any of that. You're gonna have to find new songs to sing. And you know what? Like, it was an emotional time. Like, I'm so happy for the manager, so happy for the players, so happy for the owners. They all deserve it. The club deserves this. And the unity as well. Whenever people talk about size of club, whenever Chelsea say we're bigger than Arsenal, look at our unity in our fan base. Look at how much our fans love our club. You know how Arsenal fans sometimes are this and that. When we win, look at how we all came out to support each other. Look at it. We were all there. And you know what? You can tell these players love Arsenal. You can tell these players love Arsenal. Because look at Rice, Timber. So look at Rice, Eze, Saka. They're walking on the streets at 5 a.m. in North London. They're just walking about.
Timber as well.
They're so happy. They can't sleep. They can't sleep. They can't.
Bro, imagine just walking there. Imagine just walking there and just seeing them casually over there. You know,
and high-fiving Rice. Yeah, man, good job, bro. Good job.
At 5 a.m.
I just want
5 a.m.
Something about our attack, right? I think aesthetically we did not look good this season attack-wise, right?
Yeah.
But one thing about this Arsenal team is it's not just the defense. We're a team that knows how to defend. There's a big difference.
Yeah, correct.
We have the best defenders,
correct.
but as a team, we also know how to defend. Because we in October we had no shots on target, not because the opponent, could not, but because even from the midfield they were already cut off, and the press that we were putting on them.
I agree.
Second thing is when it comes to the attack and scoring goals. Yes, we did not score a lot of goals, but we scored 7 less goals than the best attacking team in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, we're the second best attack in the league.
Yeah, we scored the second most goals. So again,
and you know
all we needed to do was just keep abreast of that, score enough.
Yeah, and Dio, and
we're good.
Yeah, and Dio, another thing I want to say, at different points of the season, like my player of the season is still Rice or Raya, right? With an honorable mention to Gabriel, but like. Every player, every player, every player contributes. Every player
in one way or another.
Every player, like honestly, even the worst player who we think, let's say, if we win the Champions League, even Madueke, who we all want sold,
contributed.
Even he contributed. Club Brugge, Bayern, the assist, bro. Every single player,
Martinelli,
Martinelli. Every Trossard scored some of our biggest goals this season. Go-ahead goals, winning goals, and even Gyökeres. Yeah, Gyökeres towards the end of the season. Even Odegaard, who was injured the entire season, probably had one of the biggest moments for us in the entire season. When our team was flat.
And Havertz too.
Yeah, when our team was flat. Yeah, when our team was flat.
And everybody was... goal that we used to win against Burnley? Havertz scored us the winning goal.
And people who said...
It's crazy if you think about the fact that Havertz had the winning goal for Chelsea at the Champions League.
Yep.
And he had the winning goal for us, basically.
Okay, let him do it one more time. Let him do it one more time, T. One more time.
And before Souls continues, just one quick line because he mentioned Odegaard, because I have been a heavy critic of him the last month or two. I've defended him before that, but over the last 1 month, I have criticized him. But I will say this: that performance against West Ham. Because we needed a goal with 0-0. He came off the bench. That's a
he changed the dynamic of the game.
Actually, no. Hold on. Fuck that.
Even against Burnley,
bro, against Burnley as well, bro. The guy was.
I was about to say, weird.
I'm not even that.
Even against Burnley, it was a captain's.
And to add on you, wait, Sad. Let me just finish quick.
Sad, your face got red. Come on.
And on that game against West Ham,
this me, man. Blame T, bro. This fraud.
No, it's okay. Listen.
On fucking defense.
And sad. On that.
Hey, listen. I had to. Listen, I have to cuss Trossard, so you had to cuss Odegaard, bro. It's just fair. It's just
fair. Go ahead, Souls. And
listen, on that Odegaard performance, and it wasn't even the overall performance. It was that was the one time that I thought genuinely we could lose this. Why? Because it was flat. Our players stopped running. We weren't creating chances. And I remember Odegaard having the ball and looking around, and no one's moving. Everyone's staying still. And Odegaard literally took it upon himself to go and dribble past and create the space, and he literally single-handedly won us that entire game. And even Max Dowman, for his game that he performed for us, the Everton game. Like it's one of the leagues where you know how Liverpool won the league last year, but Salah was the guy that walks into the changing room and goes, "I'm the guy that won you guys the league." This season, everybody can walk into the changing room with aura. Everybody can. Eze in his hat tricks and his performances. Gyökeres, Odegaard, Dowman. Everybody contributed.
You know that's so do you agree that that's a dangerous team to play against because you don't know who's going to score against you?
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah,
you don't
pick
know,
your
yeah.
poison, Dio. Pick your poison.
That's what I'm saying. Like pick like if you mark out Trossard and Gyökeres and Saka, it's going to be Timber coming in with a header. If you try to mark out Timber and they swap in, Arsenal this season has scored the most goals. Substitution have scored the most goals off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
we have because we have
big up.
And by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys are done speaking, but there's one person.
I'm done. Gone.
There's one person on this panel that we haven't heard of yet. Still, you know what I'm saying?
Nope.
And I just had to personally introduce him for his part of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful intro.
Bro, listen. Out of every fan I've met, even people like Souls, who big up Souls, by the way, that you've stuck with the manager, obviously, but you've never doubted any of what's going on at this club. You know what I'm saying? You've stuck with
I wouldn't say that, but I didn't necessarily vocalize my concerns a lot of the time because I believe in constructive criticism, and I think that's going to lead me on to my main point is that I'm not going to do what you guys think I'm going to do. Quote Jerry Maguire and just flip out and like give everyone receipts. I'm not interested in that. I like taking the piss out of Ashley when he's on a stream because he gets so fired up about it, but it's never serious. I'm not going to hold anyone begrudge anyone for doubting along the way. But what I do think that the difference this season for us winning was that we learned to get out of our own way. Part of being an Arsenal fan for 35 years, it's felt like it's almost like I've had like a weight on my shoulders for the last 22 years, right? Where it's like everything about life has a little bit less color. You just feel shit when Arsenal shit, and there's nothing you can do about it. People making fun of Arsenal, all you can do is just turn into a gallows humor, kind of like make fun of the situation, and that's what Arsenal fans got really good at. Is turning ourselves into a punchline before the opposition could do it because that
became bulletproof from banter.
Yeah. And then this season, I thought we were going to do it again. I thought we were going to stress our players out enough that they wouldn't be able to get this Premier League over the line. But the sporting game made the difference because we all just kind of just showed up. I wasn't there obviously, but I've been mad at the crowd, like leaving at 80 minutes and like spending the whole time playing manager on the sideline when you just need to be making noise. And the sporting game, everyone showed up and was like, I don't care how we play, we're gonna get through. And we got through, and the Premier League games after that, I felt like the energy has changed with all the fans. We're there waiting for the bus. We're cheering regardless of if we're playing like shit. And I think the players have played like shit because of the stress, the pressure, everything builds up season after season. You can't play in normal football when you're thinking, oh shit, are we going to fuck it up again? So you have to basically ignore that thought, which is the hardest thing to do. But this team hasn't been able to celebrate a single victory until today. 4 years in a row, we've been told, no, you can't celebrate that win. No, you can't celebrate that win. Nothing. They can't even celebrate coming second at the end of the season. It's like, you bottled it, right? Everything's got a negative connotation. So I feel so happy for the players. I feel so happy for Arsenal fans, especially fans like Connor, who have just known nothing but abuse, banter, and negative thoughts about their own club. But I think going forward, this is going to be massive for the players, massive for fans. We'll be able to let go and feel like
the weight is off.
The weight is off, and we don't need to listen to anyone else anymore. We can just, put the headphones on, noise canceling, and just go about our business and win as many trophies as we can now. We've got 14 PLs. That's not that far from United and Liverpool. I think we can cut into that pretty decently if we just stick together as a fan base. Which we nearly completely tore ourselves apart. And that's why I couldn't show up on shows like this or hang out in group chats that would give me that thought that oh my God, we're not going to do it. Oh my God, we need to get rid of everyone. There was a couple of weeks ago, it was we basically got to sell 12 players all of a sudden when everyone was happy with the squad at the start of the season. So I just try and stay calm. Yeah. Don't listen to too much bullshit. And make everything a joke if you can.
Check this out. Read this, right? And this is something that I realized. Even at the training ground, they instead of cutting out all the noise. This was after the City loss.
Well, there you go. They were playing music from the 90s and 20s. Okay, yes, that's exactly why we won. Because he took it back to the old school. I'm telling you, kids need to stop listening to music today. Listen to this.
So if you notice
it's true.
The important thing for me was that they realized these guys needed to chill. And as fans, we also needed to chill. Hence why, I'll be honest with you, I'm in the group chat, but you see that I don't say a lot of stuff a lot of times. I stopped chatting in the group chat. I would wait out stuff. I would criticize when I need to criticize because I know that the energy I put out there, I'm telling you, you're like 4 people away from these players. If you go and post something on X, you're like 4 people away from them. Somebody that knows you, that knows someone, that knows a neighbor, that knows them, will show it to them.
Hear it.
And that's the painful part. Coming
Even
from
that TikTok song that they made that everyone was shitting on and saying, "This is rubbish. What are you doing?" They love it. They're like dancing. That's their favorite thing to sing, and they just don't give a shit.
And that's the thing, like guys, Declan Rice himself said it, right? After the Burnley game, he said that the nerves kicked in the second half, and that's why like they were trying to control the game a bit better.
Players' heads, you'll know that.
Exactly.
He's basically admitting that he thought they'd lost.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Like our own players have shown, and obviously through Declan Rice admitted that they also were going through nerves in the games, and this is where
that's why they need the positivity. That's why they need fans to not be the ones putting out. Arsenal fans, we put out more negative stuff than rival fans. Rival fans banter us. We put out more negative stuff about our players, about our manager, about our club.
But Kyle, they tell us all the time, no, all we do is glaze. And even when players deserve criticism, we don't criticize.
Oh no. But we
bullshit. No, we do. Absolutely. We do.
And that's the part that, like, when I watch the videos of, you remember this video where they called Bukayo Saka and showed him a video of someone saying, "Oh, Bukayo Saka, that's our son. We're not going to." If you look, just go back and watch that video and look at Saka's face. Just keep your eye on it.
That's real love,
That's real love.
Yeah, but I will say this though, guys. I still don't think, wow, what a screamer by Buendia. Villa winning the Europa League. I will say this though, even though I agree that the fans obviously don't contribute, and Tyler Adams from Bournemouth spoke about how the fans were nervous when Bournemouth played at the Emirates, and that obviously translated to the players. I do think the players also within themselves, and probably the manager as well, because he's the one leading them. I think they themselves also had those nerves because I never believe the players when they say we don't know what's happening, or we don't hear what the fans are saying, or we don't know what the media is saying. You do know, because the way Skelly and Saka,
that's the power that we haven't been taking advantage of all this time. Arsenal's always been known as the Highbury Library, still all the way back in the day, but like we haven't been taking advantage of this amazing energy that you can feed the team. And I know you, like TK, Gala, right? Like there wouldn't be a time where Galatasaray fans are there just like quiet, going like ho hum, or like booing a pass or something. They'll be like raucous.
And that's
noise.
the thing, Martin.
It's either empty or loud. It's
There's no empty. And that's the thing. I was saying that in one of the watch songs, I think with Saad, that I was saying I can't believe like there are fans that are there in the stadium. Look, I have a lot of issues. Like I criticize Madueke, I criticize Havertz, but if I'm in the stadium and hopefully one day I'll get the opportunity to go, I'm gonna cheer Madueke every time he touches the ball, whether I like him or not as a player, because in the end, the whole point of you being there in the stadium is to give the home advantage. And I think there are games when we were a bit too silent. Now, fair enough, against Atletico, they really brought the noise. Against Fulham, they really brought the noise. Against Burnley, they really brought the noise. So I'll give them credit there. They've done that, and that's helped, obviously. But I do think we need to have the patience to do it throughout the season in the stadium, which now I think they'll learn. And for me, the biggest lesson, the biggest learning from all this is for the actual players, because I think now that the players know they can get it over the line. I think they themselves will be less nervous if they're in a situation like this.
The pressure will definitely be off.
The funny thing, I think yes, us fans should have realized that because they had never gotten over the line, they'll always be nervous, and we were the ones to carry them. As a fan, it was us to actually make that stadium unbearable for the rival fans, so that our players can work through their nerves.
That's the other factor. Yeah,
that's the thing that we needed to do, both internally at the stadium, match-going fans, and externally, worldwide fans. Because the truth is, like I said earlier about you just being closer, Saka's grandmother flew in recently. She lives in Kwara in Nigeria. Jesus. There's people in his family in that Nigeria that see him and send stuff to him. So when we don't put out the right energy as fans, where our team has not already gotten over the line, we're not helping them. A lot of times we're expecting them to quell their nerves, play very well, so that we get excited about how they play. No, it was supposed to be the other way around. So now that they've gotten over the line,
both have to be there. Yeah,
I know, but now that they've gotten over the line, expect a more level-headed, no more not as much nerves anymore from the players. They'll still be nervous in certain games, but you'll see that there'll be a lot more maturity about how they approach things. Now
because they've been there before, Dial. They can say that we've done this Calm down, guys. Relax. We've been here before. We fought through this. We've gone through it for 3 years, and we got over that hurdle. And no one thought we could. And I'm just.
And this is why it's very.
13 was a fucking unlucky number for this club. I'm telling you right now.
It was.
It's a shit number. I never want to hear that fucking number repeated ever fucking again by any fucking Arsenal fan.
Guess what, Callie?
Ever. Sorry,
Guess what?
sorry
Guess
for the
what? Guess
language.
what? Sorry, no, I
I'll
know.
hit you up
Guess
with a super to make up.
Hold on. Guess what? Guess what, though? We've now come to our lucky number. Arsenal's lucky number 14.
14, yeah.
No, listen, hey, I love number 14. I love number 14.
16, 17.
Yeah, give me. While I love number 14 and we'll celebrate it for a year. But hey, I'm looking forward to that Kivior number 15. No problem.
No.
Kivior is also a good player. Give me number 15. Give me Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Even better.
Hold on.
Even better.
Let me explain what
The highest transfer, by the way.
Let me explain what the 14 is. You know how
Maybe even better.
You know how
Maybe we can
successful
even
Hungary
get
was.
Arda Güler number 15. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen.
No,
Okay, so
Give me
on that,
give me Miles Lewis
on that,
give me Lewis Kelly 49.
on that, T, and I'm not going to talk about Arda Güler, but because I just wanted to say something quickly, and then I'm going to ask you guys an important question before I leave, and obviously you guys can continue if you want to. On that, T, I think obviously we will celebrate, and obviously we'll see what happens in the Champions League. That'll hopefully be an amazing journey there as well. I just beg the owners and the manager, the sporting director, when it comes, celebrate it like crazy. But when it comes to next season, do not make the mistakes Liverpool made when they won the league or other teams did, where you slow things down. You say that,
no. You know what happened to Liverpool? Liverpool. Okay, the reason why we win this league is because of the football gods, right? And I believe in them. I've always believed in them. Call me superstitious, but like everything was just falling into place for us this season. Regardless of what happened to us, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, we'll make City drop points too." It'll be like, "All right, we're still fine." But at the start of the season, everyone said Liverpool had this thing locked up. They put all the players' names on paper and they did 1 + 1 and they made it equal 7. And we were like, "Oh, okay, I guess what?" And I have to go on streams like 5 weeks in where they're like, can you admit now that Liverpool has won this league? I'm like, guys, 5 games into the season. You want me to?
They said the quad. They said the quad. Yeah, they said they're going to win the quad. And that's the thing, Martin. What I was trying to say is, I don't want us to go to either extreme. This squad isn't shit, so we don't have to go and sign 4 or 5 starters. But at the same time, don't just go and do what Liverpool did when they won the league in 2020 and just give them Thiago Alcantara and that's it. Hey, here's one player. Make sure the board and I'm pretty sure the manager's going to want refreshments anyways.
But
the board and the sporting director have.
Did you hear what Josh Kroenke said? Based on what you're saying, what Josh Kroenke said a few days ago. Let me read you his quote. He says he made these 3 remarks as a co-owner of Arsenal. He says that the club will continue to invest. We're going to keep pushing for progress rather than resting on its laurels. We're not going to be standing still. So even they have said,
hopefully
they know that we've made the most money, more money than any team this year.
Just be excited, guys. Be excited.
Be excited. Let's fucking go.
Listen to this. In a joint statement by Stan and Josh Kroenke, stressed that there will be no standing still when the season ends. Highlighting the relentless pursuit of progress, the owners promised the following: high ambitions. The board stated they will give everything they've got to win major trophies. Squad investment is the second thing that the board said they're going to do. These remarks are widely viewed as a transfer vow to back Mikel Arteta. And then a record season. They said they want record seasons. That's what they want as a board. These are the
being a left winger.
I know I'm saying, but these
sorry, Martin.
Well, I think that everyone would describe our squad as being a very good squad, right? We've got a lot of what people would describe as very good mid players. I heard someone say the other day, like there's no standout stars, but everyone's decent on their own. And I think that actually that's quite a factor in how we got to where we are, because we don't have any prima donnas anymore. And what Arteta did was to try and spread the talent around, but not have anyone that was like irreplaceable or, you know.
Martin, I know what you're alluding to, and I agree with you. I don't want fucking Kylian Mbappe on this team. I don't care.
Stop it. We're not going to discuss that now. But what I was going to discuss, and actually,
I'm sorry.
Look, Martin's point actually literally brings me to the question I was going to ask you guys anyways. And that's something I actually slightly disagree with Martin on. While we don't have Mbappe, Yamal, I don't know, Harry Kane, but I actually do think we have some players that are some of the best at their position when they're in form. obviously the two centre backs, the keeper, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka. To be fair,
they're not
Odegaard was
flashy,
like that.
are they? Like a
Yeah, they're not
flashy
flashy,
centre
but I
back,
mean-
it will not get you excited.
No,
about
I
how you're
agree,
gonna
I
play.
agree. But I mean, like for example, Harry Kane isn't flashy, but when people say he's one of the best, he's one of the best. And Saka, I think, was that. That leads me to my next question to you guys, and we might get different answers. Who do you guys think has been our? I know people will say many players, but who's been the best player for Arsenal this season?
My opinion
Consistently
is
wise or
my
just,
my
right?
my
Overall, over the whole
my,
season.
my
David Raya.
opinion, it's a
David
toss
Raya.
up between Raya and Rice. And me personally, I would go Raya, just edge it to Raya, only because I feel like he single handedly kept us in games so much this season. You know, there's times where he will make a save, we will go on to score, and then the goal scorer will get the praise. But West Ham, if that goal goes in by the West Ham player, it's a completely different
It's
season.
done. Yeah.
So ultimately,
Big up on
Raya saves us before we score the goal.
But there was also Gabriel and Calafiori's
Gabriel's
talking.
Gabriel's honorable mention. But I think it can only be three players in terms of play of the season. I mean, overall consistency. Gabriel, Raya.
Yeah, it can only be three. Correct.
Gabriel, Raya, or
Correct.
Rice. And it's a toss up, but my preference, because of what I think has saved us this season, has been Raya. But even Gabriel, his goals and his defending, the guys contributed to us winning games and losing games. So the guys literally saved us from losing and won us games. So he's been our centre back and our striker at times, Gabriel, especially when we're doing our corner glitches first half of the season. So, bro, honestly, I think those three. I would say Raya. I think
at the end of the day, right, you can edge one player over the other just by feel like a point one, because again, every single player this season, barring Gyökeres, who scored 14 goals, right? I think, or 15. Barring Gyökeres,
Let's say 14.
14
in the Premier League, yeah.
Yeah, we have everybody else scoring 3-4 goals apiece. Literally.
Yeah, but that's great, isn't it? Like you're
that's great. I love it, Martin.
We've always been like that, though.
And that's what I'm saying. I love it because again, I saw fans complaining, "Why are we not getting more goals?" And I'm like, we don't need it. Chelsea,
we started this with Ben White, right?
We
started this with spending 50 million on Ben White and Ramsdale and all these guys that were kind of like mid, and we like up their levels, and we grew from like Zinchenko's and Jesus's, offcuts from teams people didn't want. And I think we might see more of that going forward. We might see, I mean, the Krupi, for example, he's not a star, but you might be able to develop him into something that's really, I think we're not going to go out and like try and get Alvarez, for example, for 100 million or something. I don't see that because I think it's too much risk.
We're not going to do it. I just don't want to look, guys. Look, and I know this is a positive stream, and we are going to be positive.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, but there. I just want to be honest. There has been a lot of times this season where I just believe, and I know some people will put it down to the manager style and whatever it is. But I don't think it's even. You can put it on the manager style a little bit, but I think sometimes our attack lacks the real game changer in that attack. Especially when Saka's been a bit off form this season overall, and obviously he's been injured, and Odegaard.
There's no talisman up there that you just.
I just believe sometimes when our defense is defending really well, and we need someone to take the game by the scruff of the neck and score us a goal, where it's lackluster. Trossard's looking at Gyökeres looking at Eze's looking at Saka, and none of them can do anything. And there's been a lot of times this season where I've seen that, and it's frustrated me. Even against West Ham, there was a long period at that West Ham game before Odegaard came on. We were flat, completely flat. It was like the Arsenal.
And this is why, And this is why I think we do need. Exactly. I agree with Sosa. This is why I think it is important to make sure we're improving on our attack. Maybe not just by signing, even just with the way we play, the way we get our attackers to get some sort of freedom. Because
I think we need to get the best out of the players we do have, like an Eze that we signed. We haven't got the best out of him. Get the best out of Gyökeres. Get the best out of Saka. We need to connect the players a bit better.
Because what Eze was doing towards the end, what Bukayo Saka did towards the end against Fulham, Brighton, Atletico, if they do it consistently throughout the season, we are fine. They'll get the goals. The 22-23 season, the one amazing thing about it is we had 4-5 players on like over 10 goals. We don't need one player to get 30 goals. I actually prefer having 4-5 players getting 10 plus goals because I think that's more sustainable. And to answer my own question that I asked earlier, I definitely hear the Raya shouts. I definitely hear Gabriel. Gabriel's been fantastic, even though he's injured for 2 months. But for me, I cannot look past Declan Rice because I think He's done.
I agree,
First of all, he's played 2 different positions this season. He's played as an 8 and he's played as a 6. He has had to play both at a high level. He's had to go from a player who.
Oh yeah, 3 positions, right?
And right back. He's had to go
right
from,
back too.
and he's had to go from a player who initially needed to carry the ball forward and help create chances and put in crosses and get in across the box to a player that had to now defend. And remember that moment when we had Mosquera and Hincapie playing as centre backs because Saliba and Gabriel were injured, and he had to drop deep and carry the ball from the keeper to try and create something for the attackers up top. I think he's done a lot of things, in my opinion, that do not get the credit that they deserve. That Burnley game as well, I was just watching it now because they were bringing it as a replay on BN Sports. And in the 87th minute, there was a time when Burnley got in and Rice comes from behind, tackles the player in our box, wins the ball and carries it forward. These are things that now I didn't realize this in the game because I'm so used to Rice doing these things that I started realizing I'm underappreciating. I take it for granted, right? And the reality is he's done it all season. He's been available all season.
And that's the other thing, Ash, I was about to say. The main thing, and it's no offense to goalkeepers. I have utmost respect for goalkeepers. They have one of the 100%. Hardest jobs on the pitch, especially the way 100%. Rye's been playing this year. He's been amazing. But the fact that this fucking guy, every game, is running like a fucking madman. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how he does it.
You're right.
He's got a different motor, Rice.
Guys, I'm so sorry, Callie. Yeah,
go ahead,
bro. I've just seen a video, of Max Dowman walking into school like the Don Dada, bro.
Bro, that's not actually Max Dowman. Oh my God. Not Max Dowman. Are you okay? That's not Max Dowman. AI? I know the video.
He's an idiot. Sad, you fool.
Sad is an idiot.
It's him, isn't it?
I know you.
Man saw any white guy. Man saw any white guy and thought it's Max Dowman.
Oh, it's crazy.
Damn. I know you turned 53 a few days ago, but you need to know that
I saw the video earlier.
Even in the most positive stream, Sad finds a way to have a stinker.
It was a normal school boy.
Hold on. It's 433, which is an official big account, bro.
Oh wait, bro. That's right, it is him.
It's from after the Everton game.
Are you man on drugs or something, bro? Like,
bro, I'm looking at it now, so Ash. Actually. Oh
my God. Now it does look a bit AI. Now that everybody said it does look a bit AI. The way he's moving his face.
AI, you idiot. You
check the sources.
No, but it's a big account, bro. It's a big account, bro.
Like, yeah, bro, this is AI, bro. This is AI.
No, but you wouldn't.
I'm seeing it. It's the boxing kit. It's the kit that, won a boxing championship.
I take it as a big account. So I'm not expecting them to.
Why are you blaming
Why do we hold on?
Why are you blaming 433?
Why do we have to see a video? We know that Max Dowman right now is walking into his school like he.
No, Callie, you're right, but we still need to humiliate Sad for the stinker because this is actually a video.
Yeah, listen, no, we don't.
No, listen. Listen,
this is a video of another kid that walked.
Why would he walking with this Arsenal training kit, bro? Why would he do that?
You know what? Side did this. Bro, Side did this.
I gotta rep wherever I go, man. I need to rep Arsenal wherever I go, bro.
Bro, you know Side, he put his mic down and he did this. He was so. He was so.
Look, last thing I will say. Last thing I will say, just on the player thing. Obviously, I'll take the Champions League however way we win it. Even if we win it by an own goal, by a wrong decision, by a dodgy red card, whatever it is.
Owen Gomez.
But if we win the Champions League without sounding too greedy, I wish it's Declan Rice who scores the winner because I want to run that Ballon d'Or narrative all summer. I don't care. If somehow Declan Rice scores a winner,
you take the Champions League if we have to give up the league.
Sorry.
What if
you take the Champions League if it meant we had to give up the league?
You know what the best part about that, Souls? I don't have to answer that question anymore because we are league champions. So I don't need to answer the hypothetical. There is no hypothetical anymore.
Money, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing with the house's money.
Guys, I'm gonna leave you to it. It's 12 a.m. here.
Later,
make sure you guys enjoy.
Congratulations, man.
And make sure you mock every rival. I love all of you guys. Enjoy.
It's a whole new world, Ash. It's a whole new world.
Whole new world, baby.
Happy days.
Sad. Add Martin back to the group, bro. It's a happy group now. It's a happy. Everyone is celebrating.
Hey, if anyone says anything negative, I'm out.
Hold on, Ash. Listen, big up, Unc. Do you know what I mean? We've been glad to share the season with you, my broski.
Yeah, big up, Uncle.
bro.
Yeah, well, like Uncle,
up, bro.
That's what
Big
that's
up,
what Ash
big
is
up,
right now, bro.
tops.
Ash is on Uncle settings, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's an
Ash,
old man
buy the
now.
little one, the 26 top.
Yes, will do. Before I leave, I'll just play a clip and then I'll leave with that clip being played.
Who is smoking on?
Here we go.
Who is smoking on? Who is smoking on? Tottenham. Who is smoking on? Tottenham. Who is smoking
Tottenham.
on?
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Light work. Wait, listen. Come closer. Yeah, expressions. Yeah. Expressions. The guys from We Are Tottenham. It's Smithy. All you Tottenham fans are running up your mouth, dude.
All right, let's.
You know what? You know we have to big up. They also big up.
Out, bro.
You know,
I
if
actually
Arsenal,
think they're gonna copyright me. You know, if
Arsenal,
Yeah, they are.
they weren't.
Last time I done that clip, they copyrighted me, bro. FTV,
No, listen. Do you know what?
Come
One
back.
thing I'll say, yeah. One thing I have to say is big up as well. If you want to make our summer complete, we win the Champions League, and Everton beat Tottenham, and West Ham beat Leeds. And
You know what?
Tottenham
I
go
saw.
down.
I don't know if this was on the Football Terrace or another stream earlier. Somebody said the treble is still on, boys. We can win the. We won the league. We can win Champions League, and Tottenham can still go down. I'm like, oh, not my joke. This was someone else. I thought it was.
Isn't the Super Cup technically this season if we win the Champions League, or is it next season?
Is it?
I don't know.
It's technically
Never
No, I think no. Actually, Martin, I think you're right.
You know what's
Because
interesting?
it would have
They
been
say-
considered the quad for, or not the quad, but
But isn't the
quadruple
Super Cup,
for PSG.
But is it the Super Cup basically counted for the season after? You
Oh, no,
remember
it
when
is-
we won
I was
the
thinking the
we won the
Cup World
Community
Cup, my
Shield?
bad.
We won the Community Shield, and Liverpool won the league, if I remember correctly, or City won the league. And then our fans were saying, "Hey, we also won a trophy." You know what I'm saying? It's
You know what's
So-
interesting about Pep's 20
Yeah.
trophies in 10 years? There's 3 community shields in that count.
they're
So if
adding
anyone tries to
it.
do
Why,
20
why do they get? Hold on.
It
Why
is.
does that
Arteta's got
plastic
five.
ass
and
trophy
like
add
5 or
those
6 Carabao Cups, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Five,
anyway.
I think, yeah.
I'm gonna celebrate it, bro. They celebrated the Super Cup all the time. Super Cup, everyone rated it in the UK. Everyone.
No,
did.
listen. UEFA Super Cup is different, bro. That's different gravy.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm
the
saying?
European version, but the domestic
Yeah.
version, the Community Shield, I think we should add it to Arteta's count. So he's got 5 now, right? Is it 4?
It would be 5
Four.
trophies now.
5.
Yeah, it's 5.
I mean, if we count the Community Shield for Pep, then we should for Arteta, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll say this: if we do somehow manage to win the Champions League, I swear to God, commission the fucking statue at that moment, right there and then. Arteta has to have a fucking statue at the fucking Emirates.
Yeah. I may
100%.
just like
Instant
explode.
legend.
You know how nice it is. Yeah, I'm smiling because now nice it is to hear everyone talking positively. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's great. Isn't it?
Hey,
Well,
so-
he did-
look at
he
look
did
at that
what we were
picture, bro. Look at
doubting.
that picture.
Smalls. We were all
Look at that
doubting. We
picture,
were
bro.
saying, look, he had enough chances to get over the line. And then what happened last year with Liverpool and us, like, yeah, we came in second, but we were nowhere near. That was, for me, that was like, okay, what's next? We're going to fucking have the same problem. Next year, we're going to fall down a little bit more. And, I mean, even you felt it a little bit. You had us pick third.
I did. Yeah.
Bro, can I get my flowers, bro? Can I get my
Good
flowers,
reminder.
like, for saying that we were gonna win the league, bro? Because you know what I mean, at one point I was the only one fighting it, bro. In the core,
No.
believe your guy.
I was
No.
the only one
You
fighting.
you were the guy that did not. Okay, you were not the only guy that said we were winning the league. You were the guy that said we were going to win the league by double-digit points. Okay, that was the reason we laughed at
But
you.
Saad had off-field distractions. I think it was like
Yeah, you said like 12 points. 12 points
It
difference.
doesn't matter, bro, because at one point, all of you did end up saying, "No, we're not going to win the league."
Yeah, I did think we lost it at one point. Yeah, I did think we lost it at one point. Yeah.
Because I'm not
Well,
talking
you
about
weren't the only one.
Apart from Martin,
Well, I
obviously.
mean, hold on. This man right here.
Because the original prediction that we made, it didn't land for me, yeah. But bro, at one point I was still the only one backing it, bro. So let's go to that.
Yeah,
bit
big
there.
you up.
Okay,
But
by the way, we're not-
Yeah!
Hold on. At what?
Yeah!
After the Champions League, we go through all your guys' predictions and talk
Bro,
about all that.
these
Or
predictions.
Saad?
Listen.
Saad?
There's one thing we need to do.
Saad?
Listen, there's one thing we need to do. We need to speak about a certain clown that put Arsenal.
Oh God.
Yeah, we need to speak about a certain.
Why
clown
are you
that
putting me on
Arsenal
big screen, brother? Don't put me on big screen. I don't have that much screen time.
Bro, shut
listen,
up, man.
listen.
We need to speak
listen.
about a certain fraud who put Arsenal third, by the way,
Like-
and then told us to back managers.
No, listen. I say it. I'll say it, and I'll explain it. I think. Look, I backed the manager all summer, and I thought, look, give him one more year, and I feel like he'll win the league. And when the season started, even though I thought he can win the league, I just thought, as an honest prediction, Liverpool with who they signed. And I wasn't too happy with our signings. Like, obviously, everyone knew I was vocal. Now I didn't really want enquiries, right? I'm proved to be wrong there because ultimately he did score big goals and we ended up winning the league. And we signed Madueke and we didn't sign the attackers I wanted. We didn't sign a left winger. I was pretty disappointed with our window. So when the season started, I saw Liverpool obviously signing every one of the best players in the world in every position. And I just thought, you know what? As Caliguna just said, with the season that we just had, and then Liverpool going strengthened like that, and then the signings that we made, I just thought we wouldn't be able to get off to get across the line. But ultimately, I still always believed the manager could do it. Right?
You said
but
so because of Madueke, right? I believe.
Yeah, and I was always going to give him. I was always going to give him this season, only this season, right? But I think ultimately we Liverpool should have won the league. Let's just be honest now. With who Liverpool signed, that's the most embarrassing season in history, right? With the players that they signed. But listen, man, look, I got my prediction wrong. I put my hand up and I say, you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong about who I predicted to win the league. I was even wrong about Arteta at different points this season. There was a time on Corapod where I think it was last month of the season. We all did our predictions for the end of the season, last 10 games. Saad was the only one predicting us to get across the line. Right. Obviously,
I think
sorry.
predicted us to win the league.
Yeah. Me and you both did, T. But we predicted us to win by 1 or 2 points. Obviously, Saad's delusional. Yeah. So Saad predicted us to win by like 15 points. I don't know what he was smoking, but yeah. Listen, man. Look, we're all allowed to be wrong, and
yeah, everyone gets a clean
now.
slate right?
Thankfully, now we're all Arteta Glazers. We're all Glazers now, so we're all on the same side now, man. We're all on the same side. You know what I mean? We're all on this, especially if he wins the Champions League as well. No one can chat to him after that.
Bro, if he wins the Champions League, it's over. It's literally over.
No one can chat to him. No one can chat to him. He's got so much.
Then
I think if he wins the Champions League, Arteta only leaves when he wants to leave. I don't think he gets sacked ever. I don't think he ever gets sacked.
According to Fabrizio Romano, he's going to stay anyway, so he's going to sign a long-term contract with a pay rise, and the talks already happened in February, and positive talks. So he's going to stay regardless. So,
yo, guys, can I ask? Are we putting Arteta in club debates if we win the champs?
Of course.
No, I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to. I think people will do it for us. I think United fans will do it for us, or anyone who's trying to get on Liverpool's skin. We don't necessarily need to antagonize anymore. We can just stay in our lane.
But logically,
enjoy the chaos.
But logically, he is in that conversation if he wins the champs because ultimately he won them both in the same season. Klopp also didn't do that.
We're not worried. We don't want Klopp's legacy. We want Pep's legacy.
Arteta challenged Klopp 4 times, I think 3 or 4 times, and he won the league once. Obviously, Klopp challenged Pep, I think 3 or 4 times. Won the league once as well. Ultimately, Arteta and Klopp came up against top City sides. Klopp came up against 100-point Man City. We came up against treble-winning Man City. We came up against the strongest dynasties of Man City. Everyone knew what Man City were. They were the best team, right? They are 2 world-class teams, literally in the same squad. But ultimately, he's in the conversation if he wins the champs 100%. Because how many managers in the league have won a double in the same season? Not a lot.
I think Arteta's the only manager to finish above Pep twice in the league as well, because Klopp never did that.
I didn't even know that. Obviously, I'll be honest with you, Klopp did come up against a better Man City team at the time, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't
but they can't spend 400
million right now. Like people say they shouldn't have been there in the title race, but I don't understand that at all. Like, just because they say the word transition, it gives you like a free pass to finish wherever you want. Like, you've got the best manager and like almost all the best players. You should be in a title race.
and they did casually just spend like 300, 400, 500 million.
I thought
in the span of
Gay
a few
Semenya
windows,
was
you know
going to
what I'm saying?
decide the league when we allowed them to buy those and we didn't buy anyone. I thought
Okay,
This is the
hold on. Martin Gay did decide the league.
Agent
but,
Gay.
but this is why
Yeah.
I don't really, and that's why I don't really respect when people say, "Oh, City bottled it." No, bro, City have actually been on unbelievable form since they signed Gay and Semenyo.
Yeah.
Unbelievable form. If you check their
they
results,
haven't lost the game.
15 undefeated.
they haven't lost a
Yeah,
game in
they
like
haven't
3
lost a
months, bro. Yeah, and they've been and bro,
Only
and remember-
Bournemouth has done them better.
Bro, you know what I'll never forget? We faced Atletico Madrid twice, yeah, and we faced Fulham in the middle of that. And Fulham is not an easy team. We came up against Fulham in between Atletico Madrid, and we had eyes on both competitions, and we had to win both games. And they were coming every 3 days. We had Atletico Madrid, Fulham, Atletico Madrid 3 days later, and we won all 3 games. Like, you have to give us a lot of props in key moments this season. We got across the line, man. The players fought even through injuries. Not all of these players are fit. I know Saka's not fully fit. I know Odegaard's not fully fit. I know Gabriel has hurt his back a million times. I know, like, these guys are fighting through pain. They're fighting through everything to get to this point, man. Give them all new contracts, man. Big them up. And let's not lose Saliba as well, because Saliba, I don't want Saliba to be like, oh, I've won what I wanted to win now. Let me go to Madrid.
Who just popped some champagne? I heard that.
I think so. Let TQ go, yeah, because you know what I mean, chat to us, bro. Chat to us. What's going on?
Nah, assalamu alaikum, guys, man. How you guys doing?
Walaikum salam, man. Walaikum salam.
Nah, I'm just late, bro. I was enjoying the show and I was just coming back from work. I was still listening in the car and that. So I thought, you know what, I had to join, man.
Oh my god.
Celebrate with you, man. No,
I big you up.
It was a good conversation, man. It was a good conversation, man. Bro, I can't remember the last time I was 16, bro. You know what I mean? I'm 38 now, obviously. It's a bit, it didn't sink in yet. Obviously, I need to see them lift it. You know what I mean?
That's
But
gonna
I
take
wish
weeks.
they did it in our ground. You know what I mean? I wish they did it in our ground. I wish we played West Ham last game as well, bro. Oh, just to relegate Tottenham, you know what I mean?
I kind of want West Ham to go down. I don't know. I think we need Tottenham to take points off City, and we get 3 points from Tottenham every season. So I don't want to see West Ham anymore.
6 points, 6 points.
Yeah.
Why is Ferrari gotta be there? That's fucked up. Stop it.
because they have shit cars, Kelly. They have shit cars.
I know.
Allow Ferrari, man. You know what I mean, bro? Listen, man.
Ferrari is like the Real Madrid of football, man. You can never chat to them.
Yeah, nah, but bro, listen, man. These man with their problems. Anyway, let's not
Listen, bro. Where I'm from, it's all Max Verstappen. So you know what I'm saying. We don't see Ferrari.
Oh hell! Oh yeah! Oh, that makes.
I'm big up. And listen, who's bigging up Unai Emery for winning the?
Bro, on Unai Emery, bro.
Fuck
Big
him.
up Emery.
You know what?
No.
The only
Big
thing
up
I'm happy
Emery,
about is
All
now
of you need to apologize to Unai
I'm
Emery.
just
All of
wondering
you apologize to Unai Emery.
Give him a round of applause. Won that guy.
Sauce.
I'm not
The
gonna
only thing
apologize,
I'm
but I'm
happy
happy for
now
him, you
is
know?
Bournemouth is going to get European football. Good for them.
No, but Kali, I agree with you. But Saad needs to apologize because Saad slandered Unai Emery.
I'm gonna
so
slander him
much,
too right now. You don't know
So
Sauce.
much.
I don't like that good evening.
But why can he only
Dracula.
win one trophy, the Europa League? Like, why is it just the Europa League?
Hey, listen, Martin. I'm not
I'll
afraid.
never forget. He
Martin.
never shook Arteta's hand. He never shook Arteta's hand. He never shook
Yeah.
his hand.
Let me say this, guys. I am not. Okay,
Sorry, go
listen,
ahead,
listen, Martin. I am not afraid of the guy that practiced 1,000 skills. I am afraid of the guy that practiced one skill 100,000 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you're in the Europa League,
Emery,
look
bro.
out, right? But I don't know about anywhere else.
No, but Unai Emery, look, it's not even about his managerial ability. I think I'll never forget, he was moving so salty to not shake a manager's hand. You're a professional manager, and you're telling him about it's cold. Bro, you're chatting shit. You know what I mean? And he is ultimately.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, well, he's disrespectful, and he needs to apologize. Do you know what I mean? But he was our manager at one point, and to be fair to him, with the team he has won the Europa League. Even though the Europa League's a lot shitter now than it was when we was in it, because the Champions League teams used to.
No Champions
Yeah,
They
used
thought
to-
they were
they
going to
used
put the dagger into our season. They thought.
You know how funny it is now, where I can never, like right now, Arteta has changed his team so much. I can't ever imagine us in the Europa League. I can't ever imagine us there. Like forget.
We
like,
should never be there. That's the
I
thing.
genuinely,
Not like this one.
don't think we'll be in the Europa League for the next 15, 20 years.
I hope not.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be in the
Inshallah.
Europa League again. You know, unless everything goes tits up and.
It only takes like
listen,
1 year
at
for
this
you to
moment
pull
in
it.
time, is actually a freak, bro. What is this picture, bro? That I just seen the picture that T put in the group chat, bro. What the fuck is this, bro?
Which one?
Yeah.
This
What
one?
about that?
This one? You mean this one?
At the club.
Hey, he could have that face
Wallahi,
now.
the T, man.
Now to
You
the
know
end
what's
of the
funny?
day.
You know what's funny? In the Kaila, the absolute fraud, he was like, Arteta was not partying with the players. He was at home studying PSG until like 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they dropped this picture with Rice and Saka. You know what I'm saying? How do you know that he was?
Hold on, let me
That super chat. That's a perfect super chat from AMT.
Let me get the super chats already. By the way, I didn't even read Denzel's one. Big up Denzel anyway. He's on here with us. To all the Cup Liverpool fans,
why for that?
Yeah, they can hold that, bro. They can hold that, bro. These pussyos. AMT also said yes. If we get Talisman up front, Arteta doesn't have to worry about our attack. He could concentrate on the defensive midfield. I mean, listen,
He doesn't even need to concentrate.
Work, bro.
Supposedly,
It's
we've already got a
balanced.
talisman though. If Gyökeres obviously next season kicks on, we bought him to be our talisman, bro.
I'll be real, yeah. Gyökeres in the
strengths,
second
though.
half. Gyökeres in the
Like
second
we
half
have.
of the season. Gyökeres in the second half of the season has actually started to.
Because we
it's like
played
he's-
to his strengths, Sad. He's not a fucking traditional hold up play. He's not a Havertz. He's not a
Yeah.
Jesus. He's a fucking poacher.
Alhamdulillah.
Leave him in the fucking box and let him fucking score the goals. Halas.
I want to see
Alhamdulillah.
Gyökeres shooting from outside the box
I
a bit
thought
more.
this
I
is
feel like he
madness.
should be where Eze is sometimes. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's got the best
You
finishing.
know what, Martin? That area of the pitch for us always seems to be fucking super crowded.
And
not
big
to
up T as
mention
well.
that
Big
we're
up T
facing
because
those
T's
low
there,
blocks.
bro. T fought hard for Gyökeres, man. The guy's been back, bro. T fought his friends for Gyökeres.
And T, do you feel vindicated, brother? Do you feel vindicated? I think I feel a little. I had faith in him. I feel a little vindicated.
Any woman that marries T,
listen.
any woman that marries T, just know T's gonna die for you no matter what.
He's gonna be
Even-
loyal.
yeah, he's a loyal guy,
He's gonna,
bro.
he's gonna ride
No
for you no
matter
matter
what.
what.
Bro, Gyökeres can have the most shocking 90 minutes and T will be like, yeah, but what about Arteta and the way he played? What about you trust us?
He's the only striker I've ever
What
met where
he
you
was
have to give
saying,
him
though-
the perfect pass,
Sorry,
like in the right position, like 1 foot away from his right foot, and then he'll score every time. But I love him.
Yeah.
He's ours. He's perfect.
T was right.
I mean, guys,
We
listen.
weren't playing to his
Every one of us has that player or that manager that we just like, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I always believed Kelly is spot on. I always believed that we could have played into his strengths more, and at the end we did, and we actually got a player that scored the most amount of goals under Arteta, which is crazy. And he is a three-peat. He is a three-peating champion. He's a three-peating champion right now. This is his third
We need to see that video of him holding the PL trophy, walking, whistling with the,
Yep, like this. Yep,
in his
yep,
locker
yep.
room.
And also speaking
man,
of
the way
three-peat champion, Fraud Emery won at Sevilla, Villarreal, and Villa, but he
Facts.
fucked up in our Europa League final, bro. So that's why I say fuck United.
Yeah, fuck Emery.
Because this
He's run
fucking
out of teams called Villa. He won't. There's none left.
He's more of a cup manager, though,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Villarreal and
Yeah.
Villa. Jesus,
And
Sevilla.
let's be real, guys.
If we
all
had
of
Villa
these
in our
teams-
name, we would have won.
All of these teams is not the same pressure as Arsenal. Just
Yeah,
like
that's
with
facts.
Manchester, just like
That's facts.
managers with Manchester United, how amazing they were. They joined Manchester
got
United, it all goes
Max
tits up.
Verstappen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the pressure is different at these clubs at the end of the day, and that's why, you know, what I'm saying, I can be petty and say, bro, I still believe Arteta needs to go, even though he just won the league, blah blah blah. I can say all of those stuff, but I'm not gonna, because at the end of the day, for me, he dealt with the pressure. He learned on the job every year, every match. You know what I'm saying? Because when he started playing Skelly, when he started playing Trossard consistently, when he started playing Eze consistently,
tell he learned
I
from
saw
his
that he was trying to improve his system. You know what I'm saying? He was learning on the
You
job.
want to know why I never
at the
gave
end of
up
the
on
day.
him? Because I feel like there's no one out there that'll like wake up at 4 a.m. and think about Arsenal more than Arteta. Like this guy he's more dedicated than we are. He cares more than we, like 1,000 fans.
He does love the club. He
He's
does love
eat,
the
live,
club.
and eat, live, and breathe the club. And when you see someone putting that amount of effort in, you know that they're going to succeed just because sheer hard work is going to pay off at the end of the day.
And you know what? You have to give everyone credit as well, because like it was a collective effort, man. Like it definitely wasn't easy, bro. At times it was easy to like. At times it was frustrating, bro. You know what I mean? Because we've been through so much heartbreak every single year. I understand why a lot of us fell through towards the end and thought, "Oh, it's gonna happen again," because it has happened. But ultimately, bro, it's like we have, and you know, it's not even just about winning the league, guys. It's about the expectation of the club now. We're expected to win leagues. We're expected to challenge. We're expected to do all these things. Like Arteta has changed the mentality of this club. Now Arteta's, it's like finishing fourth is not an achievement. If we finished fourth at any season now, I think it's a massive failure. You know what I mean? Whereas in the past, under like Unai Emery and on all these managers, finishing fourth was the goal. People used to say to Arsenal, "Oh, for them to get into the top four, they need to sign all these players." Like we've changed the entire mentality of the club, and we deserve where we are now, man. And I'm so nervous for that Champions League final. It's
I'm actually not. I'm actually not.
No, guys, please. But let's be honest, PSG should win.
Well, the other thing is false. We already got what I wanted at the beginning of the year. I had honestly,
and Man City should have beaten Chelsea.
As good as we did all year, all I wanted was to win that Premier League title. As good as we did in the Champions League, undefeated. I think we've only, to also go to that point, we only gave up 6 or 7 goals.
6.
6 goals in all of those games. Okay, so put that all aside. At this point, I feel we're already one step ahead. We got to.
Why is Sam saying he's not worried though? That's just delusion. Because
because we already won the Premier League.
It's not that he's. I think I understand what Sat is saying. I don't think he's like not nervous at all. But now that the players have some rest and we won the Premier League, we have this massive weight off our shoulders. So the players will not go into this game as nervous as they would if we wouldn't have won the league. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly.
You know what I think as well?
That's the load off our shoulders.
Even though I'm backing Arteta, I'm backing Arteta.
In a different way.
If Arteta starts with 14 against Palace, I'm gonna rip into him.
I'll be right there with you, Sauls. That would be a big mistake.
Sauls, you know when there's like a really hot chick and you're like nervous and you're like, I don't know, like you get her home and you go like get her into bed and do all the stuff. You do it once, you're very relaxed. The next week, you're like, this will be fine. The stress was all gone.
But playing against PSG is like smashing the hot chick and then having to smash a hotter one.
Bro, that's like Kim Kardashian. Megan Fox.
As much as we actually, obviously we lost in those 2 legs. But if it wasn't for that fucking flopmaster Donnarumma last in the semifinals, I still don't understand how he made those saves. We should have.
So what's you guys' moment of the season? What's you guys' one moment of the entire season? The one moment in one game.
That was
one moment. So hard right now.
Matheus Fernandes.
Which one?
No. I'm talking about Arsenal moment.
Maybe Gabriel's goal against Newcastle.
The late
early doors. That's early doors.
90+6.
Yeah.
Do you know what the moment is for me?
That was a big moment. You know what I'm saying?
No, do you know what the moment was for me, bro? That Southampton game, bro. Because that Southampton game was so key in us winning the league, bro. Because these men were down and out.
We lost the game, bro. What are you talking about?
He's talking about a positive moment.
Fulham game. Sorry.
We're talking about a positive moment, and he talks about a game that we lost.
Getting knocked out of the FA Cup final was key.
My favorite moment is when we lost in a champion against the championship team.
I meant the Fulham game. I meant the Fulham game, bro. That Fulham game was my moment of the season, bro, because that was the turning point, bro.
You might have been right about Southampton though, because if we were in the FA Cup
it might have
and trying to win the Premier League and trying to win the UCL right now, we would be dead. We can't win all 4 trophies. So roundabout kind of way getting knocked out.
For sure.
Bro, that's the thing. It's mad difficult to do a quad, bro. As much as we would love to do it.
And how
it's
many
good to-
games have most of the players played this? It's been like 70 games, right? Over 70?
They've played a load.
Yeah.
They've played loads.
Yeah.
60 plus.
Any other moments of the season for you guys?
For me, you know what?
Probably
my moment-
Eze against Tottenham, probably.
The City game.
His first season banging a hat trick. Banging a hat
And
trick.
it's
against
going to
the
be
team that
odd
he's
that this
supposedly
is a losing moment, but the City game where the camera caught Rice saying it's not over. That's going to be a fucking
It's not
moment
done.
that
It's
will
not done.
live
It's not
forever
over.
in all of our fucking memories. And you know, more as much as this dipshit became a meme, that is going to be the fucking tag of our goddamn season.
AMT is right. The equalizer against Man City by Martinelli. That
the one Dinked Donnarumma,
Yeah. I
I
mean, we
actually
had a
think
lot
for
of
me
great
it was
moments.
Or
Gabriel.
Bayern. Or Martinelli against Bayern Munich.
You know, this was not a
Alex.
big moment. This was not a big moment, but one of my favorite moments and goals of the season is Madueke's goal in the Champions League, bro. Outside of box,
Bayern.
like, bah, you know what I'm saying?
That
I think that's my favorite goal.
Max Dalman against Everton as well.
Dalman Everton was amazing.
Yeah.
That felt as with the
Is
hope
it
that
against
we were going to see
Who's that,
amazing
bro?
things in the future.
You know
But I
what?
think
I'm actually going to be
Agent
honest.
Gagey
Dalman against
is the moment.
Dalman against Everton was probably my happiest moment this season. That's when I was like the most buzzing and the most proud because it wasn't a good.
You weren't only
performance.
happy for your team, Sauls. You were happy for the kid. You know, a 16-year-old to come in. And I mean, the fact that kid just doesn't give a fuck. I mean, he can't be. He doesn't seem to be bothered, and that's going to be good for the older players. It's like, look, a 16-year-old is embarrassing you guys. You're all nervous and uptight. Look at how loose and calm this kid is. He doesn't even have hairs on his, you know what?
Why for that?
Yeah, madness.
I was on another stream with
He's a chitlin. He's a chitlin.
Bro, he's going. Listen, he's going to his GCSEs with the Premier League medal, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sad's too quick. Sad caught it before me. You
didn't even get to open your mouth.
I didn't even get to process it. I was about to speak. I just heard why for that. Sad's too quick, you know.
I think Agent Gagey is actually the moment of the season. There's nothing like that changed the whole season. But I actually was on a stream with you guys. Oh, not with you guys, just before this, and they were asking people what their worst moment as an Arsenal fan in the last 22 years was, and it was actually quite funny. Like some of the shit that was coming out, like Gallas sitting on the floor with a number 10 jersey, or like there's just so many things that we can go back and look into that horrible history and just let go of now. It's crazy.
Yeah. And guys, objectively, who is the best Arsenal player?
Ooh.
Rice.
Ever or right in this?
Right now in this team.
Rice.
Oh, Rice.
I have to agree with T. I think Rice is just a beast.
I still think when everyone's on form, like I still think like Saka is like our best player when everyone's on form. Right, because he's carried us so much. I know not this season, and even last he was a bit poor, but I think Saka was there. Saka was carrying us when he was down.
Nobody. He was the
we had
only
nobody. He was like 18, playing left back, playing cam.
The only thing is that makes a difference though is remove Rice from this team. It's a bigger fall off than if you remove Saka from.
I agree.
But we saw
we showed this season that we didn't really need to be so potent in attack and still, eke out games.
But even Gabriel, when Gabriel's not playing, it's also really hard. Like it's not the same.
I think our best player is actually Odegaard when he's at the top of his form.
I agree.
If everyone it's how much he is the lubricant in our attack is crazy.
He just doesn't do it nearly enough. He just doesn't do it nearly as enough.
What's going
I know.
And Martin did that on purpose, bro. This guy, man.
You missed before. I said post-spoiler.
You know what the problem is?
I know.
Your mind isn't together. Get your mind out of together, man.
And it's not even that.
Why is there a man's name and lubricant in the same sentence? Nah, bro. What's going on here?
And it's not that. And while I always slander Sad, because Sad gave up on Odegaard, right? And he slandered him, yeah. And Odegaard came back to prove all the haters like Sad wrong. He looked at Sad and thought, you know what? You think I'm done out? Sad slandered Odegaard all season, slandered him last season, and he continuously.
I'm not gonna buy it. Anyway,
What was the game where everyone was going off at Odegaard for like trying to pump up the crowd? He said calm. It was Newcastle, where like everyone's going off for the short corner. He's like calmer, and then later on he's trying to get the crowd up, and everyone's like, "Fuck you."
What about celebration? Yeah, and what about celebration police? People were saying Arsenal went a bit overboard yesterday.
Fuck that. Oh my God, really?
Bro,
we're still fucking playing that narrative.
Who is people? Who is people and why are they speaking?
You told me,
you know what I'm saying?
If you tell us we went too overboard, bro, suck your mum, bro.
22 years.
Whoa,
I don't care, bro. Suck your mum, bro. I don't care. I'll be real.
Souls. My answer to them would be: if you think this is overboard, just watch the 31st. You know what I'm saying?
Parade, bro.
Then you will see what overboard is, bro.
Mad, bro.
Listen. Souls. A lot of people who say PGMOL, who say you're overreacting, bro. It's been 22 years. Okay, I was like 11 or 12 years old when we won the league last time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can take this moment away from me, and neither should they take it away from any of you. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree, but
celebrate your way. Just do it, bro.
I'm just saying what I've been like told and what I've heard here. People are saying obviously it shows that we're not a massive club because we're celebrating this much. You know what I mean? But that's just what I've heard. It's not what I believe.
You saw the crowd. Not a massive club. You saw how many fans were out there. They can all go like
you know the biggest club in London debate that just died yesterday.
Elite, man.
Sorry, brother. Is there a debate at this point?
That's what I'm saying.
What's that?
I said the biggest club in London debate just died yesterday, innit?
Bro, so are we now confirmed? So do Chelsea? So
hold on. So let me say one thing, bro. I knew that died. Yeah, when Liverpool fans and Man United fans and Man City fans are all out here, like. Well, Man City fans are not because they're pricks, but the other rivals were sitting there like, yeah, you know what? That debate is actually gone out the window, bro. Because Liverpool, because Arsenal are the biggest club, bro. You got Carefree Lewis doing propaganda, sending one little picture of picture of 1,000 people, like outside Stamford Bridge, bro. That's a 1,000.
So is it confirmed now that we're bigger than City and Chelsea, or do we need a UCL? Because I think we're bigger than them anyway.
Well, yeah, you know, as Sad was saying,
we are bigger than them.
All three of City fans are just pricks. So you know,
exactly.
I'm big up Asna.
Oh, hey, by the way, can I say one more thing?
I big up SE, man. My brother.
You're muted, bro.
Hey guys, by the way, I'm gonna let you guys speak. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I have to leave. I have an early morning tomorrow. Big up to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy this moment.
Big
and
up,
inshallah, we'll do the same in the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Inshallah.
Big up,
guys.
Big up, bro.
Can I say one more thing really quick before I
Kelly, can I just do the super chats? Just
no. Go. Yeah, absolutely. These people paid.
Yeah. So AMT, I missed one earlier because he said it. So which one?
I stopped chatting shit. Just read
Well, shut up, man. He said after last game for Arsenal as a player, he wept, assuming talking about Arteta. Then he said equalizer against Man City by Martinelli was key too. I'm assuming that's like his favorite moment. And then AMT also said finally we won the EPL during the social media era.
Do you guys feel that there has been like rivals have been so against Arteta because they're afraid of what we will become if he got to this point? Like, you know, the 8-2 loss against Man U is the reason we signed Arteta. This whole like backstory, you know, he was a captain, he won us FA Cups. Now he's like becoming our manager. I felt like there was a huge desperation for us to sack him when we came second a few times, just because of the fear. Do you guys like that? No.
No, I think there's validity to that, Martin. Definitely. But on a completely other note, though, you know who else?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
You know who can hold that? That fucking little rat, Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
That piece of shit can hold that. He is.
You know he's having his retirement today. He's like, we ruined his retirement party.
Good, fuck him. He deserves it.
I
never liked that prick. I never liked that prick since he pulled that shit. And I know, like, it's not even our club. But when Liverpool won in 1920, right? he would not give them a guard of honor when they played. I'm like, you know what? That is I mean, you're a professional athlete in a sport. Show some fucking class. Be magnanimous. You lost. Just say, okay, congratulations. Stand there and clap. You fucking scumbag. Fuck him. He
He's a
can suck it.
professional
I'm
scumbag,
happy.
bro.
But they were all doing it. Like even Doku was coming out doing interviews going after the FA Cup. Oh, you know, we knew that we'd beat them because of the mentality and stuff. Like they're just all listening to Rodri and doing the same mentality speeches and trying to rattle us via the media. Didn't work.
Yeah,
well, Doku, you know what Doku can do?
SE, I just muted you because like the background noise, in it. But you come off so you can say something. Yeah, you go.
No, it's, let me fix the background noise.
Okay, broski. All right, cool. But yeah, man, listen, bro, we're league champions.
It's surreal, dude. It's absolutely surreal. I can't believe it. I've been walking around in like a little daze.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all the way here in California. There's like
that doesn't matter, bro.
Not too many, you know. But sad, you know, no one's walking around going, "Yeah, Arsenal won it." It's like I'm just sitting there like walking around with a smile on my face, and I just get people looking at me like, "Are you okay?" People around here aren't usually walking around smiling. They're always a little bit fucking miserable. And I haven't had much to smile about in the last couple of years. So this is definitely if you know, you know. This has definitely been a welcome freaking
funny, bro.
Relief.
Check Tottenham.
Bro, mad.
That is mind games.
Yo. I seen that at work today, innit? My boy showed it to me. Oh,
is there still background noise or?
Did you guys see that video?
Sounds pretty good. Sounds good.
Perfect.
The guy went out on his balcony and was like just recording around the North London area when we won. Basically, you just hear everyone on their balconies going like, "Yeah!" Like cars.
You can hear people yelling.
Yeah, like just slowly, but then all of a sudden it's a crescendo, and then everyone's just screaming out their windows. It's hilarious.
The delay, you know, Martin. There's a delay probably from one household to the next.
Yeah, one stream to another. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go as well, but I didn't realize it was going to be as like mad and big as it was. I just because it wasn't planned and it was quite late, so I was just like I was just like, yeah, you know what, let me just stay in.
Very spontaneous, isn't it?
Saw all the videos. Yeah,
there's so many fun videos out there, like guys getting on the train and just Arsenal fans getting on. And
it was mental, man. And that's
bro,
where
I
you
would
go.
have driven there from Manchester, bro. Do you know,
I had a huge
bro.
I had a huge
journey, bro.
sense of FOMO yesterday. I'm like, oh man, what I would do?
Same.
What I could do, maybe I could buy a flight over the UK and get there.
I'm gonna try and make it to like the Emirates on Sunday. Obviously,
you should.
Just, like, watch.
You should.
I'm just
if
gonna
you
watch
have the
the game at a
opportunity to
local
go
pub.
and
Yeah.
soak that shit in, it's history. It's history, bro.
Did you guys see that Tottenham fan, bro? That they saw when they went off the train.
Listen, man. There's a lot of them, bro. You'd be surprised how many you'd see around the Emirates, bro.
Bro, but why are you going out?
They should have
with the
shame.
Tottenham shirt, bro.
How can you
go out with the Tottenham shirt?
I can count probably about 10 times I've been to games and I've seen a Tottenham fan in and around the Emirates area. In and around the Emirates area, just going past to go home.
You know how when you go to like an away game and you have to wear like casual clothes so no one knows that. I feel like everyone's got to do that in London right now. If you're not an Arsenal fan, you're like, no, I've got to hide my shit. I've got to get.
You're not even wearing it, Martin. They're not even wearing a Chelsea top. They're not wearing a freaking Tottenham top. Hell no.
I saw they confronted some guys on the train and they're like, who do you support? And the guy like unzips his jacket and there's like a little Chelsea logo. They just ganged up on him. Brilliant.
Bro, today I went out shopping, bro. Oh, big up, Martin.
Much love.
Big up, Martin. Yeah.
Later, Martin.
Big up.
Big up, Martin. I add you to the group chat, bro.
You know, I got a question.
Bro, today,
Martin's too funny, bro.
Yo, Sad, I got a question.
Today I went out.
You know,
I went out, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, I'm lagging. My bad.
Yeah, just you know the Sky Sports. You know when they were showing the City players crying and just the despair on their faces. Oh, that as well as
them announcing us as champions.
was like crack, man. Crack.
That Rodri
No,
one.
that poor City. Oh my God, I feel so bad for those players.
beautiful,
I mean,
man.
they're so likable. They're such.
And then the video as well of like from before the Haaland video of him singing like sometimes after the Etihad. It's just beautiful revenge.
You must stay humble, bro.
Stay humble, exactly. Thank you, Denzel. Stay humble.
I've got a question, yeah. You know, Gabriel Heinze, what do you reckon his impact on for the mentality of Arsenal?
I think it helped.
You know what I mean?
Helped a lot.
I mean, it never hurts to have someone that's been there and done that, right?
Exactly.
I think
and he has.
In terms of like, it helped in terms of like tactically. Like, I feel like they brought him in as like someone different with like new
Different
ideas and and you can see this season we've been a lot more transitional, especially with Gyökeres in the team and Eze and Madueke, a lot more pace and more direct than last season. I think he had an impact when it comes to that as well. Yeah.
We're defensively more solid as well. You know what I mean? We're defensively more solid.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do you guys think that we're gonna kind of take the handbrake off a little bit next season?
I think so because I feel like I think I can see it because obviously the football itself is a bit like kind of not defensive but more like about control. I do think but I do think the players themselves in the games, like especially in 2026, I feel like there's been a lot of nerves and a lot of I'm one thing that proved to me that the players themselves also are part of the handbrake thing is like Chelsea, Arsenal Chelsea, the 2-1 at the end of the game. Timber, he did like he did an interview, end of the match interview, and then he was like, we were playing our football in the first half, and then in the second half the nerves started to kick in and we stopped playing our football, and that's why it became as edgy as it did. And Raya had to make that save, Garnacho, the cross and stuff, and that's I feel like they get afraid the closer it gets to the
you get tense. It's natural. This is human nature. It's natural
because
but now that they've gotten past that hurdle, just like you were, I'm sure you were coming to that point, SE. Now that they've gotten past that hurdle, it's like, look, they can look at each other and go, guys, we've been here before. We've done it before. We don't have to panic. We don't have to worry. Just stay calm, stay composed. There's plenty of game left. As opposed to going, oh, shit, I missed that last shot. What am I doing now? Oh, my God.
Panic. Yeah, like it's basically it comes when if the game's close and it's about 60th minute, 70th minute, that's when they start to go, oh crap, and then you just start hoofing the ball, and then Gyökeres can't head it down, and then it's like just hoof, and then and then the game kind of just that's what happened against Stephen. Like
the way Odegaard was playing here the last few games, if he played those 3 balls to Gyökeres, brother.
He would have had 20 plus goals this season.
I do think like with him, he's quite like safety first with the way he plays sometimes. But when he's playing the through balls, I feel like sometimes like he's like on a different wavelength to his teammates. Like
I think he could do that with Havertz.
Yeah,
I think he could do that with Havertz because I know Havertz got a good touch. You know what I mean? He's got a good first touch. You know what I mean? With Gyökeres, I'm not sure about his first touch. But anything after
Gyökeres is more of like into space kind of put the ball into space and he'll chase it. Havertz is more like Havertz is
more
guy.
of a control guy.
He's intricate, isn't it? Havertz is flary, innit? Havertz a bit more flary. That's what I think.
Yeah, Havertz is
like that's why he's playing like that with Havertz. Then
like even you saw against Burnley, like Havertz and Saka, that combination. Havertz was pulling to the right hand side. Saka was coming inside. Like they had a kind of good connection. But it's like for me it's just horses for courses. It's good having different profiles up front.
I rate your person.
Although I do think that we need to like invest heavily in the front line.
And on that point, who would you guys invest in the summer? I'm curious to see.
Kvaratskhelia.
Oh
yeah, that's right. I don't PSG. I doubt they're gonna sell him. They're more likely to sell Barcola if
Barcola's gonna come in. Put the
my problem with Barcola is.
But I'm just saying, who would you guys want? Forget all the restrictions, money, issues, and all that. Who would you guys like to see the most? Kvara is definitely one person that pops into my head. But who else? Who else would you guys?
Probably Alvarez.
Alvarez.
I'd
Alvarez,
love Osimhen. I love Osimhen. Even though he's apparently there's a lot of like
he's a bit of
with him. He's a character and people don't like him. And he's probably difficult.
Well, if no one likes him anyways, then he'd be perfect for Arsenal.
Yeah,
no?
that's the thing.
Because they're not gonna like him.
Love him as the
He's
footballer.
But you know what? He's a leader. You know,
he's a nuisance.
He's a proper leader. You know.
Yeah, he's a
This is
physical
true. You
presence.
seen the other game
He's a
where
monster.
Galatasaray when they conceded and he was all bare pissed off at his players. He was all shouting at them and saying, "Come on!" And then he scored a goal after that. Or
And
he got a penalty and then he scored a penalty.
You know what he doesn't get enough credit for, respect for? I think he gets some respect, but not enough. Is the fact that left foot, right foot, header, he can score.
Anything.
Any way you want.
Anything.
And that's pretty freaking sick. To be a striker and have all those in your locker, that causes defenses fits.
You can like lump the ball up to him with 3 centre backs around him, and he'll somehow find a way to overpower.
He's
him.
strong, yeah.
And bring the ball down from the sky, and just he can create attacks on his own.
No, I like that shot.
Yeah.
I like that Osimhen shot. I really do. Especially if Jesus is going.
What are we saying in the midfield though?
And he's a monster in the air. Like those Saka in swingers for him, Saka could get like 20 assists or whatever from that.
Rice too. Yeah, Rice would love that as well.
Yeah.
Boys, what you not saying about midfield? Who would you get in for?
Yeah, we need legs because Rice is going to be like 60 games World Cup. He's going to need some. He's going to need a bit of a rest next season, like in the beginning at least. We can't afford to start him week in week out like we have done this season. So we need someone with legs.
That's a tough one. I could think of a couple too. I think
I'd take like a Tonali.
That'd be that's gonna be pricey, but yeah, I hear
that would be pricey, yeah. Or there's that guy, the French guy from I think he's from Lille, Bouadi or whatever his name. I think PSG. Yeah, I think PSG are gonna get him, but I think he's a baller and he's really good. Like he's got like really long.
He's a youngin, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, he's very young. Yeah,
he's very
but
young.
PSG might get Enzo. But if they get Enzo, then I think it's a free run for Bouadi.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Because I don't think they're going to invest that heavily into.
Who are you going to get rid of in the midfield, though?
Get rid of. I'm trying. Norgard's probably
It's more of
Norgard's probably gone.
Yeah.
Then we don't really have many other options.
You know, I have a weird. I guys, don't hate me for this, okay? And I might be just stirring the pot here, but I just have this funny feeling that Odegaard might go. I think they might be looking at it like, okay, he's not super old. He's still, relatively young. He's like in his prime years, but I think the injuries might put us off and to a point where we'll say, well, we should strike while the iron's hot and get some money for him, given the fact that he's a winner. I personally, I wouldn't do that myself, but I don't know. I just have this weird feeling.
There was rumors, isn't it?
Going.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna get rid of Jesus as well. He's gone. Martinelli is one of Martinelli or Trossard.
What are we thinking about Marino? I slightly missed him, you know. I slightly missed him. You know? I think he's
I heard something. I'm not sure if it's right. Is he supposed to be back for the PSG game?
Hope so.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, apparently he said so.
It's looking a bit peak for Timber, but
it is.
Yeah, Timber. Yeah, I don't think. Timber
Ain't he playing on grass as well? Ain't he training on grass, Timber and Marino?
Yeah, I think
Marino's on grass.
Isn't it? I thought Timber was on grass as well.
Timber's been training. Yeah.
Fuck Timber, man.
Yeah, Timber is. The thing with Timber, what was his injury anyway? What was it? A groin or
groin?
Groin injury, but they're just like
they take about between 2 to 4 months.
So is it like the pubalgia thing, or is it something it's not as serious as that?
No, that's not serious.
I can only assume it's like a. Listen, if you've played football,
is it a grade 1 tier?
You know about groin.
You
know about groin injuries, bro.
Those things hurt, man.
It's so so easy for them to.
Bro, I had it last year.
A groin injury is so easy for it to just flare up and then
to get re-aggravated.
Re-aggravated so quickly. Like it's mad. Do you know what I mean? But
it could even creep up into your abductors, isn't it? It could creep up into your abductors as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that becomes another issue. You know what I mean?
Where you start
Yeah.
feeling it right above the,
bro, I had that
right
last
below
year.
the belly.
Oh, bro, I had that last year, and I remember it was winter times. It was slippery. I just got, like, I felt a bit better, and then I slipped. Oh, bro, that pain.
You felt like you wanted to throw up, right?
Oh, bro. Oh,
Right back, guys.
never again, man.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yo, bro. What's that going?
Yeah, what were we thinking about the lineup though against PSG? That who we?
Bro, I know.
The back four, I think, is I think it's the same back four against Burnley.
Should be.
Yeah, the
Are you
midfield.
starting Zubimendi or Lewis Kelly?
I'd play Lewis Kelly because I think he's shown up in the games in Europe in general against Real Madrid last season.
Yeah, he did really good
PSG.
against Madrid.
Yeah. And then this season against Atletico, like he can be trusted in big European games. Yeah.
And then are you gonna start Eze on the left or in the 10?
Probably Trossard. You know what? In the Champions League, don't you think Martinelli is a different player in the Champions League?
He is. I think it all comes down to we're not facing as many low blocks, and teams tend to play, especially with PSG. They're not going to really set up in a low. They might set up in a mid block, but they're not going to set up in a low block.
Yeah, but their fullback, they love to bomb on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do bump forward.
I
so
mean,
yeah, I think in
has a
the Champions League he gets a lot more freedom, and that's why you have to approach a league like La Liga or France. It's like he's perfect for you. This guy will bang in 15 to 20 goals from the wing, no problem. Especially
would we get rid of him in the summer, do you reckon?
Martinelli?
Depends who we sign. Depends who we sign left wing. Like if we sign a really quick in behind winger, then we can afford to get rid of him. But if we don't, then
because
we might have to keep it.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we need to get rid of both of them, Trossard and Martinelli. You know what I mean? They've been good servants, but I think we need a bit upgrade. You know what I mean?
Trossard's what, 28 or 29?
I think it's 31.
He's like 30.
31, isn't it?
He's 30. I'm pretty sure he's 30.
I think he's 31.
He's 30, yeah, 31.
Oh, he's 30. Okay, so yeah, I mean, he's getting. Again, I love him technically, and he's a fighter. And even with all that bullshit they came out with,
he's 31. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With him and his wife splitting up and trying to fuck that up, trying to start shit in the dressing room. I just love that he came out and was like, "Fuck all y'all." And just really he put in some good performances last couple games. It didn't come off for him, especially like the Burnley game when he hit the post. I was like, oh man, but he's still been putting in some shifts these last couple games. So I agree. I think I'd start with Trossard.
And then Gyökeres up top.
Yeah, Gyökeres definitely.
Yeah, he should.
I'll put Gyökeres.
And if worse comes to worse, and we're not scoring,
then bring Havertz off the bench.
No, bring Marino off the bench.
Oh, Marino, would Marino be fit? Probably, mate.
Yeah,
But then the
Marino
thing
be
is,
fit,
he hasn't played all season.
No,
so
I know. I'm just, that it's just sentimental thing. I'm just talking,
yeah. Bring Havertz off the bench, then
No, I
if
hear
that
it,
doesn't
I
work,
hear it.
bring Marino off the bench afterwards. I'd play him. I mean, if there's only the only issue with him is that he probably doesn't want to jeopardize his World Cup spot.
Exactly, yeah.
So he doesn't want to risk it.
No, that's actually true. You don't want to risk getting injured.
He still needs a match on this belt, though.
He's not 100% fit.
I'd love him to play. I'd start him if it was up to me. Like if he was fully fit, because I know he'll probably bag because he's quite clutch.
But can I ask? Don't you think Luis Enrique would set up a low block, knowing full well that we can't break them down?
I don't think he would.
I don't think he'd abandon his principles to try and stifle us. I think he'll play his game and he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm confident if I play."
And he hasn't really changed it at all in any of the games, in any of the knockout stages. It's just been him, and like they said, all out attack with the fullbacks bombing forward. I think they're gonna.
But he did change it.
He did against Bayern, didn't it? I think second leg.
Yeah, but that was
second leg. They had the lead. No, yeah, they had the lead.
That's
And
true.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. But
I don't think
Because
it's
I
going to
think-
be the same as the final between Inter Milan and PSG, where Inter Milan literally got demolished. I don't think that's going to happen to Arsenal. I think Arsenal's more defensive. That we're more solid at the back in midfield.
Yeah, if we do lose, we shouldn't be losing by like 2-3 goals.
Nah,
we should.
We could even scam a 1-0, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to scumbag a 1-0 off of a corner. Exactly, off of a corner or an own goal, just to fucking rattle the rival fans that much more and say, yeah, we won a Champions League now and we scumbagged it. Hold that.
I think the last
Plus
goal
that
that we
Casemiro
scored
corner
was a corner, so yeah, won the league by corner.
Yeah.
Plus their keeper Sofronov, I don't think is that good. It's
Say that
not
again?
as good as Donnarumma. Their keeper Sofronov,
yeah,
he's not that good.
Especially as far as shot stopping.
Nah, but do you reckon we should start with Mosquera at right back, or if Timber is fit, start Timber straight away, or?
That's
I'll start Timber, bro.
I don't know.
Obviously, Mosquera has been playing there the last few games, isn't it?
I'm worried again, like almost like with the same thing with Marino. He just hasn't had that many games under his belt lately, so his fitness is going to be
because
so.
The player that he's going to be facing is Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot for
you.
Mosquera.
Just came back from your groin injury and you're playing against him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
But thing is, I know if Mosquera starts, he's gonna get cooked. He's gonna get cooked by Kvaratskhelia. If Mosquera starts, he's gonna be cooked.
100%.
I think
you know what? I like that underdog
sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be cooked in the same way that like the way that Doku cooked him, because Doku has that like explosive, like, you know, acceleration and burst. But I think Kvara is more like, he's technical, he's more intricate. I don't think he'll cook him. I think he's a shooter. So, and if he's anywhere near goal, inside of goal, even at the edge of the box, he'll score, like from outside the box or whatever. Like I'm sure. I think he hit the post the one we played them away.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So it's like that. Like he didn't really cook Timber, but if he gets that separation,
you know, with him and Doku, they love their body paints. You know what I mean? They're very good at their deceiving the defender in it, thinking they're gonna go one way, but then going the other way. You know what I mean? And then the second time they face each other, does the same thing again, but then now the defender thinks he's gonna go that way. Then he goes the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did against Bayern Munich. The first time he went left, and then the defender followed him. And then the second time he pretended he was going to go left, and then he went to his right and he scored.
But you know, I don't want to hear anyone say that Bayern's defense is as good as ours, because it isn't.
No, not at all.
No chance.
It's not even a debate. It's not even a debate.
We'll see.
I do think Mosquera will be like, he'll be rash, so he'll come on the back behind from behind Kvara and probably you know, concede a couple free kicks or whatever.
I just hope that we don't concede in the first minute or the, you know what I mean?
I can't.
In the first minute, or concede like 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, because I think that's when our head will.
Yeah, then
my other thing is, we have to, if we get those opportunities like we had in the semifinals last year.
Yeah,
they just need to finish those.
Fucking bury them. They have to be in the back of the net. They have to. No hitting off the posts. No kicking it right into the goalkeeper's hands. They got to
even Martinelli. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Safanov.
I don't think it's going to be a high scoring final. You know what I mean?
Hey, that suits us, to be honest.
Yeah.
If we keep the score low, we have a chance.
Yeah,
because I don't think I don't think there's been a single losing side that's scored since Spurs. No, not Spurs, since Liverpool in 2018.
We got Sarada, man.
Yeah. Every other
Queen.
Every other win's been like something nil. Yeah. So whoever scores first wins, basically. That's basically what it is in the Champions League, like in the last 8 years.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna wrap it up because I've got Ahwa in a bit, and I need to.
We're going on 3 hours too.
Yeah, nearly, bro. Nah, but I made a promise, bro. You know what I mean? I had to get it out, bro. Do you know what I mean? For everybody to come and celebrate, man. Do you know what I mean? Speak.
Lit stream.
Discuss, bro. You know what I mean, bro? It's been a mad stream.
Cook Hamza for me.
Please, man.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait for this. I'm grabbing my popcorn. I'm gonna have a smile on from one ear to the other.
Bro,
He's actually gonna
I
get
need you. I need you all to take turns on
Is
him
he gonna
and just
turn up though?
batter him.
Do you reckon he's gonna turn up?
He has
He'll
to.
turn up.
bro.
You know what? To his
Ain't he in
credit,
Kenya?
This motherfucker.
to his
Bro, ain't he in
credit,
Kenya?
Bro,
He showed
I'll
up at
fly
the
to
We got
Kenya.
TMT. We got TMT. He says, as fans, we are so glued to Mikel Arteta and Arsenal. Now we won the league. It feels a bit empty. Because now
There's
now
still other
there's
things to
not that.
achieve. Yeah.
Now there's not that. You know that thing looming over our head, or is Arteta gonna
Yeah, the
stay?
monkeys off
Get
our backs.
sacked, this, that. Like, do you know what I mean? The team and the manager himself, they've all proven that they can get over the line now. So now it's about what's best for Arsenal. What can we do? What can Arsenal do? Do you know what I mean? So
I need Andrea Berta to cook.
listen,
Go
man.
from
They
strength to
apparently
strength.
they will, bro, because they're saying they're gonna back him. Do you know what I mean? So
I hope so.
I already know what Hamza's gonna say. You know the script, PGMOL,
Oh no, 100%.
Leicester, and all that
Hey,
stuff.
Seen him on
congratulations,
Twitter.
Arsenal.
It's quite.
Seen him on
predictable,
X.
yeah.
You seen his videos on X, bro. It's
No,
sad.
bro.
Do you know when they announced Guardiola leaving? Yeah, at one point I wanted to slap him because he goes, he will be remembered as a god, and all of that stuff. Yeah, and I just looked at him and goes, yo, bro, just get off your knees, bro, please. I mean, you might hurt your knee. You know what I mean?
bro,
Get off the floor,
listen,
man.
I think you. I'll be real, bro. Listen, this
Tell him
guy,
to get
this
off
guy
the
was out here
floor,
doing.
bro.
This guy, listen, we're dealing with a different specimen of person, bro. This man was out here next to Pep saying, "Listen, please, like, do you know what I mean?
Tremble or
Begging
whatever,
him.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I've seen the videos.
mind
Yeah,
game.
please.
Yeah.
Now, but
Yeah, but
please
let's
cook
pick up
him, bro.
Hamza
Please
though.
cook him, man.
Every story needs a
And
villain.
listen, guys, I think
baby.
we'll inshallah cook him tonight. He is gonna get cooked because everybody's gonna be on him. Mo's gonna be in there getting vexed.
Oh, Mo's gonna be
I'm-
there as well. Oh yeah, it's
I
Wednesday.
think-
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
I
That's
think
right.
I think Mo's gonna be there.
Yeah, no, he's there on
He's on-
Wednesdays. He's not
he's on there on
he's not there on
Wednesdays.
Sundays. Yeah.
Hassam's gonna be there. Do you know what I mean? Yasser's
Hey,
gonna be
over
there.
under on how many times
Baby
Hassan
shot.
shows the Rodri picture? Over under. What do we think, guys? 3, 4 times?
Yeah, I'd say 3. I'd say
Deserved.
3.
Deserved.
Oh no, wait.
And then you're gonna see the Blue Brothers, you know, like defending each other though.
Oh, you think Yasser's gonna take it, have his back?
I'm gonna tell
Probably,
Yasser, listen, Yasser, remember what he was saying just a week earlier. About
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember what you were
Fucking
saying
a
when
lot
he
of
beat you,
shit.
just the last episode, what you were saying about your club, yeah? And when he beat you guys, yeah? Just remember that.
Yes, it's gonna talk like who's this guy? Van Dijk, bro.
Man.
I know very well.
Anyway, listen, big up people. I'm out of here because I've got
Thanks,
to go and
brother.
just get sorted and shit. But listen, man, I appreciate you all for coming through, man. And then this fraud here, Souls, just like left us on.
Hey, brother, is it
look
the
at
charity?
that.
Hey, brother, is it a charity stream or something? Why are you still live, sad? Go to bed, man. What's going on here?
Brother,
This guy's
listen, man. I'll be
This
real,
guy's
yeah,
like
bro.
he's
I'm
raiding
not even gonna
money
go
for
bed
Arteta or
yet,
something.
bro. I'm not even gonna go bed yet, bro. I
Well,
can't
now
sleep,
what?
man. Do you know what I mean? I can't sleep, bro. It's like,
No.
like, bro. It's. I've been waiting for this my whole life, bro. So what's sleep, bro? I've slept all my life. Why am I gonna sleep
24
now?
hour shifts.
I'm staying alive, bro. I'm staying awake, mate. Yeah.
Bro, you
Until
got
that
cooking to
final-
do, man.
Oh, all I'm gonna say, yeah, is that Sunday, yeah, is gonna be so good. I get to watch the relegation battle in peace. I get to watch Arsenal ball out because 100% out of the pressure is off. We will ball out, by the way.
But the game's gonna be
down ball on Sunday, man. We hope down ball on Sunday.
Yeah, man.
It's not even just it's gonna be boring though.
And guys, please chat. If you haven't liked the stream already, please like the stream. Support
Yeah, please,
the boys,
man.
God,
Yeah.
please.
And you know what I want to say
And
as
don't
well.
forget,
Big up-
guys. I was gonna say, Saka's better than Hazard, bro, and no one can tell me anything else. Yeah, go ahead, Souls.
No, listen.
I
wanna
love
say as
that
well,
so
yeah,
much.
I wanna say
These
as well-
narratives are gonna be so fun. I love it. Oh man,
No,
we're gonna
I
have
want
a
to
good
say,
time.
yeah,
people.
big up, yeah, big up to Sad, and big up to all the streamers. Big up to Cali, always supporting, always watching, even when there's no one watching, he's watching, always supporting us. Big up Sad all season long. He's done the streams through and through. You know what I mean? Big up to the people that actually invest and put blood, sweat, and tears into this football club, the real Arsenal fans. Do you know what I mean?
Big up
That's who I,
Souls.
and that's who I rate and respect from all of you.
Big up, Sauls. Big up to you too,
Big
my
up,
brother.
yeah.
And remember, guys, yeah, we're all one family. Do you know what I mean?
I need you to be as unbearable as possible on Hassan's channel.
I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like this.
Sauce, even the closest of brothers
Bro.
argue and have this.
Wait.
No,
Is your show? Hold on. Souls, is your show tomorrow, innit?
Yeah.
Hey, bro. The way Souls is gonna walk into that. The way Souls is gonna walk into that, I feel sorry for Charlie.
You know, it is. Yeah, I don't even want to.
Go in there.
It goes.
No, bro, it's been insufferable.
Drop bomb. Boom.
Hey, man's gonna be like, hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it. Souls is gonna be like, all right, everybody, shut your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone shut up now. If you're not an Arsenal fan, go on mute right now. Don't watch chat to me. The thing is, the way I walk in, I always set pace so quick, and they're all ready to beef. You know what I mean?
Oh, this guy,
listen,
bro.
big him up. Now, listen, big up.
Big up, man.
And remember, guys, enjoy it. Enjoy it.
All right, peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Big up. Peace out, people. Like, subscribe. Peace.